Hello and welcome back to Darth Walker DM's channel. This is going to be session 2 of me running Storm King's Thunder. We are here. Welcome back to Darth Walker.
Oh no.
We are here with that. I came in somewhere. We're here with the rest of the gang again. We have our Krokra Druid Cloud, our Snurverblin Ranger Garl, Tiefling Cleric right now, right?
Correct, yep.
Cleric, Farai, and our Satyr Cleric. Oh shit, what's your name, Michael?
Nicodemus.
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 Last week, they journeyed to the village of Nightstone. They encountered some bandits who had basically kidnapped and ultimately ended up murdering a couple of refugees. So they have a couple captured bandits with them. They made it to the town of Nightstone, a walled city on an island. Did you guys all see that picture? Did I send it?
No.
Yeah.
But there's like Nightstone is like a walled town on an island in the middle of a river. It also has another little island attached with a keep atop it. The town and the keep are joined by a bridge, which is currently smashed, has a gap smashed through it, as do the walls and the roof of the keep, as do other parts of the village itself, which has been bombarded by these big stones.
That picture, that was a very lovely picture.
So, help me understand. Is the village abandoned?
Yes.
Because we haven't seen anyone except the goblins here. Right?
What?
But you guys don't know about the keep yet. You guys haven't checked out the keep. You guys are currently in the temple. The town is named Nightstone for this big black obelisk which stands in the courtyard of the city, which has now been replaced by a muddy pit.
Oh, is that it? That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I found it now.
Mm-hmm. And you see that there's like 7 towers that consist of the wall, right? That make up the wall. Like there's 7 towers with the wall filling it in. And you can see where the temple is. In the courtyard as well, there is a trading post, a big inn, and nearby, standing on a hill, is a windmill. And there's also like a horse barn and such. You guys have 3 captured goblins, and 2 captured bandits along with you guys.
All right.
Can we try to barricade the church doors? Can we barricade the church doors? Give me a hand.
Yeah. It's just a wooden building with a dirt floor, wooden pews, but it's fancily carved with picture, like images of like Sylvanus and Maliki. So there's a lot of like unicorn iconography, a lot of like forest imagery, trees, birds. It's still nighttime as well. In fact, it's like nighttime. It's like damn near midnight, right? Like it's.
Oh, I see the windmill now.
Well, I could certainly do with some sleep. I think we should barricade this. Yeah, probably not.
Granted, I think we should barricade it in case somebody tries to come in, but sleeping is not the best idea at the moment.
Garl will be over on one end of the wooden pews.
Well,
he'll be grunting and trying to lift it, and you'll hear it come up a little bit and then drop onto the floor, and he'll drag and try to get it towards the door.
In that case, should we go check out the keep just now?
Yes, first help me barricade this far eye. You seem like the strongest person here.
I am pretty
I'm
strong.
assuming you're wearing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're wearing full armor or something that you should be. Pretty
Yeah.
badass.
I'm wearing a boy's chain.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm assuming you're stronger than the gnome or the bird guy. Although maybe not.
I'm wearing chainmail.
Okay.
My strength is 12.
Son of a bitch. Are you wearing chainmail?
Yeah, maybe I can actually wear this then.
I'll look it up if you want. Sure. All right. So we barricade this door. Maybe close it. Put some pews up. Something like that.
Yep. You guys can barricade the door the best that you can. It is a temple door, so yeah, it doesn't have a bar on it itself or locks on it itself or anything. It's open and inviting and free for all.
Yeah. Put it closed and some wooden pews to be pressed up against it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to keep an earth elemental out, but it may stop some goblins.
No. And speaking of goblins, as you guys are piling up, you guys can hear out in the darkness a smash inside one of the buildings, which appears to be like the trading post, which is a Lion Shield Coster, which is like basically a franchise of trading posts throughout this area. You can hear a smash in there, and you kind of like look out the window to see, and when you do, you can see that out of the darkness, you can see that coming from one of the farms is two more goblins are coming towards the temple, and it does look like they're talking to one another, and like they have like a couple sacks each, and it looks like they're coming towards the temple. Don't forget, this bell's been ringing, and now it's stopped. And they are coming to.
Chainmail doesn't have a strength requirement from what I can see.
Yeah, it does 13.
Anyway.
Strength 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to see what happens.
All right, well.
I'm just looking to see what happens if you don't.
Alexa, ask the DM, what's the strength requirement for chainmail?
Welcome to Ask the DM.
Oh.
You can ask questions to get information.
Yeah, I just did, Alexa.
I just fucking did. Alexa, forget it.
Right now, she's broadcasting everything to the FBI.
She always has to get the last word. Hate that. Okay.
That's why Nate gave it a woman's voice.
Yeah, if you gotta change your armor or whatever, Ryan, just change it because that was just an oversight.
I'll figure it out.
I'm just trying to see what happens if you don't meet the strength requirement. I mean, surely to God, you can put on a suit of full plate mail if you're a whip.
Oh, you probably get like disadvantage or something on something.
Yeah.
Probably
That's just
suffer
what
from
I'm looking for.
over-encumbrance
I
or
can't find
something.
It should just be at the beginning of the armor section.
Well, maybe armor and shield. Yeah. Anyway, there's the goblins coming. Perhaps we should try to trick them? Quick! Find out from the other goblins who their leaders are. Are they working for bugbears or orcs or something?
Yeah, you have like currently 3 goblins with you.
Yeah.
Or hobgoblin.
One of them is kind of hung over on temple wine, but
Claude. Claude. Check with the goblins. See who they're working for. Goblins always are working for either orcs or hobgoblins or something.
where are your bandits as well?
I would assume that we would have left them out of town at the wagon.
He brought the wagon
Okay.
all the way in with us.
You guys left the
Oh, we
wagon
did?
across the drawbridge?
Ryan
did
kept
bring the
saying
wagon?
that I brought the wagon. I brought the wagon.
Okay, the wagon is with us. Oh my god, so it's like parked outside the temple?
Yeah,
With
it,
Yeah.
bandits
with
tied up into
2
it.
goblins and 2 bandits inside of it.
Oh my fucking
Yeah,
god! Okay.
So
I'll just switch around my stats a little bit and get myself strength 13 so I can wear the
So-
armor, cause
okay. Well, I
I
assume
want
we're all-
Garl and Cloud to both say something.
Well,
I guess I'll need to
Garl,
hop back in.
Garl would be still trying to move that pew over towards the door. Lifting
They're
him
long
up.
and awkward, but you can, and you can
Uh,
see like the satyr looking out the window.
And
Can you hear
then
me now?
I
Roland?
can hear you, Alex. I don't know about.
No, I don't hear Alex.
He doesn't. He still doesn't hear you, Alex.
Let me try to switch from my
Uh-huh.
phone to my computer again.
But once Garl gets the pew to up by the door, then what he'll do is he'll go ahead and find a nice little dark spot where he can kind of look out, whether it's hiding up underneath the bench or on kind of on top of it, behind and using the back of the pew for cover. And he's going to ready his short bow and
There are like a lot of windows and stuff in the temple and stuff, so you could like open one of them
Can
as
you hear
well
me,
and
Roland?
have a clear sight or a clear shot. You can see that by the time you get there, you could see that the goblins are like
I guess
actually
not.
like inspecting like the wagon and the horse,
okay.
and
We can
Are-
translate for you if you want, Alex.
Let me try to drop back in
that
one more time.
fucking
Let's see if it
sucks,
works.
man.
If not,
Drop
we'll
me
go.
back out again.
We'll go the easy way if that doesn't work.
But Garl will, having the short bow up and taking cover behind the pew.
Yeah.
Would once they start trying to untie and release those companions, he would shoot at one. That's closest to untying the ropes.
Okay, you can see that one has hopped up into the wagon and has discovered them, and he's not currently untying, but it does look like they are having a conversation.
Okay, but I used the trigger of going down to untie him. So once that happens, that's the trigger for the ready action.
Okay, so you got a beat on him, as it does look like that they're having a conversation with the bandits, and he does even like look up at the temple. You can see like his shape out in the darkness, looking up, and he does look at the temple, and you can sound. It does look like that the bandit is like kind of tell them kind of about what's going on and trying to convince him to perhaps release him. I wonder if I should jump out and try to jump in. If I'd be able to hear Alex.
I don't know.
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
He spoke again.
Yeah. Maybe I should try.
He said he hears you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me on this one?
Fuck.
Are you in too? Are you on both your phone and your laptop?
So I can
Me?
hear him
Yeah.
through my laptop. I mean, through my phone.
Because I have my. I tried to use my computer for communicating and then my phone for all the dice rolling and crap like that.
Oh wow! I just found out I had hot dog buns.
All right, can you hear me, Roland?
He spoke again. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I can hear. I can hear him. So that's what matters.
Okay.
Oh no, he dropped out.
Okay.
But the rest of y'all can hear me, right?
I hear you.
Okay.
Oh, crappy doodle. Oh well.
All right. Well, I'm going to take out one of my spells then because my wisdom is now 14. It's not only 15, not 16.
Oh, I looked up. All that happens if you don't have the strength requirement is your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Oh, really? Well,
That's your penalty.
wait, what do you think? Is that right? Should I just do it?
It's up to you. I'll just let you know. That's the whole penalty. Is your movement is reduced.
Fuck it. We'll just do it. For now. Once I get to level 4, I'm probably going to take stat increase anyway, so.
I only have one more spell to use, and I'm about to burn it on them. So
Me too.
We'll roll
I have-
the initiative, and we'll see who.
Yeah, well,
goes first.
I also only have one more spell to use.
Well, I have 0 more spells to use.
You're about to shoot someone in the head.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm about to. I was thinking if we could find out if they were working for hobgoblins or something, I could disguise self into appearing like a hobgoblin, busting out and being like, "You goblins, follow me."
I was
What's
just
going
going
on?
to entangle them all again, and then build a bigger temple.
That would work. But at the same time, they're just 2 goblins. We kill them.
Did Roland Young come back in?
Not that I know of. I just found those hot dog buns, and so I put them into the dog's food dish. She now has one in her mouth, and it's like standing by the back door. I have no idea how they are. They're hard as a brick, but they're not molded.
Well, you put them in the microwave for about 10 seconds, they'll soften up.
Okay. Well, or I could just feed them to my dog.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah. I mean, even if you wanted her to have softened ones, just
Can you hear me, Roland?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
I restarted my computer again, and
Because you're an angel.
All right, let's do it.
All right, just run by the
Are we
situation
fighting
one more
goblins?
time for me. Anyone?
just that Michael and them were like barricading the door. Michael noticed that like a couple more goblins were approaching, and they noticed the wagon, and they are kind of inspecting the wagon and the horse. One of them has jumped up into the wagon and is currently having a conversation with the Kraken Society bandits that are tied up in it.
Okay. I will fly up to the top of to the bell.
Yeah, you can access the steeple from inside via a ladder.
okay.
Oh, yeah! That sounds awesome. Hey, could that be where Garl went?
If he wants.
Are we fighting or not? I don't know what's going
Garl
on
could be
here.
up in the steeple
Well, we barricaded the door, so
with a bird's eye view.
yeah, that's where
Yeah.
I'm going for. I'm a bird. I need a vantage.
Yeah, you can totally access like the steeple and even outside. Like if you wanted to
I would
jump
be
out
by
from the steeple and fly about, I would allow you to.
Awesome. Can I roll a perception to see maybe how many are in the vicinity of that cart that they're looking in?
There's 2 of them looking in the cart.
Okay. Can I just glide into the sky?
Yep.
That's what I'll do. Just
I said you
glide.
could access and from the outside from the steeple and fly about. Yeah.
The 2 that were looking, they're both goblins, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I
Um,
assume we're in the same kind of area, so I kind of look at went to the other party members and kind of give them a questioning look, like wanting to know what to do, because I could totally deal with them right now, but
You see a third one
I don't know what
come
the
out of
plan
the.
is. So
You see a third one come out of the Lion Shield Coster trading post, and he is making his way, dragging a sack.
I would like to put my shield on.
Yep. Take you in action, strap it on, no problem.
Garl will take his eye off the goblins just for a split second, turn back to damn, what's Ryan's character's name there? I'm trying to remember. Far, and just hold up his little tiny finger to his lips and to make the sign to be quiet.
all right, I be
And then
quiet then.
And then turns on back so he can set up his ambush.
How far away is this this third one from the other two? Can they see him?
Oh, he's just walking across the courtyard. Yep, he's like not very far away, maybe like 30 feet away from them as he comes out of the trading post. Like I said, it's a small little fucking town on an island, right?
Yeah.
Like there's literally, you guys come in, there's a square with the hole in it, and then there's like the temple, right? And then adjacent on the temple, there's like a trading post, there's an inn, there's a barn, and then there's like, a few cottages and a few farms with a windmill. And then there's like a bridge leading to this keep. Right? Like everything just in this small walled area. And there's like 7 towers within the wall. 2 of them make up the gatehouse with the drawbridge that's still down. Right? And then there's like 5 more towers that go around. Another steep angled bridge up to the keep. Because like the keep is built on like a cone-shaped island. And the keep is built atop, and there's like a angled bridge going down to the town, which has been smashed out.
Okay.
So it's not a big area, especially like this courtyard area, this center square. Like you guys are in the temple, you have a clear view of like, over there is like, there's the fucking barn, and there's the trading post, and there's the inn. Like everything's just right there.
Okay.
So
can I land on the trading post behind him, like quietly, or as quietly as possible?
Do you have stealth? Roll me a stealth of some type.
You know what?
What?
Fuck it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look out a window, and I'm going to toll the dead the goblin that is untied, talking to our tied up goblin. I'm just going to do it.
I got a 14.
Okay.
That is all. I'm just, fuck this shit.
All right.
You smashed the stained glass window.
No, it's.
So you want to kaboom?
You can do it through a window.
I just want. Well, it's see, as long as I can see, and I can see through.
Yeah.
The window, I just want to just like, fuck it, boom. Or I don't like the toll the dead. I don't like the bell sound thematically. With Dionysus, I'm trying to think of something like a champagne cork.
Right.
Pop. I don't know.
It's pretty. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy for me. It would just be like a row of thunder for me, since I'm like an thunder god. So.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you could either call it surprise or just like, okay, that's your action. Roll initiative. I don't know. Your call. But I'm just like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna do it.
You know what?
Well,
let's. Yeah, let's roll initiative. Let's just roll initiative.
All right.
I'm trying to find my dexterity here.
Okay.
20.
Hold on. Just keep it to yourself till I ask.
Okay.
doggy dog.
Sorry.
I am blind. I can't fucking listen to
Sorry.
devices
Sorry.
or people.
Why not?
Because I'm not Commander Data.
Why not?
Okay. What did you guys get for initiative? Michael?
13.
13. And Brian?
20.
20. Alexander?
I got a 10.
10. And then Garl?
9.
Okay. They got 21. So it's going to go Goblins, Ferrari, Knickerbocker there. Fuck. What's your
Nicodemus.
Nicodemus?
Nicodemus.
And then Arakara, Cloud, and then Garl, right? You got Garl got 9?
That's correct.
So Goblins.
That is such a waste of equipment, though.
I will let because that's going to be our initiative order, but we're going to do this because the Michael, you wanted to do your Nicodemus, wanted to do your cantrip on that guy, and I'll also let Charles Garl. Are you at the window or up in the belfry?
I'm
The steeple.
I'll be at the belfry if I was able to make it up.
Yeah, I'll say you can, because you could follow the Arakara up when he goes up there and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go check out the steeple. You climb up there and you're gotta look down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll let you guys take your shot and your cantrip first before we begin the initiative round. Because you can see that the guy is like leaning in to untie the bandit.
Okay.
I'll just tell the dad as well, because why not?
Okay, but like I said, I'm letting Michael and Garl do their kind of surprise thing first. The reaction and surprise kind of first.
So, luckily enough, there is a little wagon on the picture you sent us. Do you want to use that as like a point?
I guess so.
Okay, cool. It's just right in front of one of the buildings. It's right in front of the building on the right-hand side.
Sure.
Cool.
If there's actually a wagon there, sure.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Why not?
Okay, I see the wagon.
Crazy, right? It's
Okay,
perfect
and you guys, if you guys are
we-
following the map, be at least a little bit abstract.
Is that a temple, though? Where's the temple?
He just said be abstract.
Yeah, I said be a little bit abstract because I don't know what fucking each building is and whatnot. Yada 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 yada.
Yeah, gotcha.
I kind of know the general layout, but you guys can all see like this, overlooking this whole courtyard, all those important buildings. The windmill is kind of off. There's also so do your Toll the Dead. I need to roll a what?
Wisdom saving throw. And it's going to be last call, fellas. That's the thematic component, last call. And it's a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Oh, that sucks.
Wisdom's got bad. I rolled a 7.
He takes 1 point of necrotic damage.
And was it Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
So you hear like the kaboom. You can hear it kind of resound outside, Garl, as you see the goblin leaning in. It looks like he's gonna untie the guy. You can shoot at him. It's within your normal, your short range there.
Okay.
Take your ready to action at him.
Does a 12 hit him?
He does not have his shield on him at the point, but it does hit him in the armor, and it bounces off his chainmail. Well, his piecemeal goblin armor. It bounces off.
Okay. But
Um,
that's all I can do. I'll
'cause I was like,
kind of try
ready.
to duck down to gain a little bit more cover, if anything.
Okay. You can see like the other two goblins are kind of like shocked, like when they hear that bong and an arrow comes flying out, and one of them kind of shrieks, and the other one says something to the other two, and they start going around, and you hear him calling an alert as he like is untying one of the bandits.
Oh, fuck no.
And does anyone speak Goblin?
Nope.
I speak
Okay.
giant.
Okay, well, you just hear like them kind of calling out.
Damn it, why did I take giant?
And they are pretty much done, but it sounds like they're calling alerts, and one of them is untying the bandits, and the other two, Garl, you could see that they're like moving around the temple, going around. There is an attached cemetery,
Okay.
or sorry, an attached graveyard, and they are going through and around the graveyard. It looks like that they're like gonna inspect around the temple for perhaps another way in or something. So that's their go. So it is Ferrari or Farai. Who the hell was Ferrari?
Yeah. I do not know.
Farai. Go.
So Farai is going to draw her warhammer and shield, and she's getting that's not an action, right? I can draw my warhammer and shield without, and it's not an action, right?
Equipping your shield is an action.
All right, I'll just draw the warhammer for now then, and I'll throw the dead on the one that's trying to untie the bandits.
Okay, I will roll for that one again.
DC 13.
He failed again.
Did he take damage?
And he's injured this time. Yes.
Okay, then D12 damage.
Correct.
Still not great. 4 damage.
Kabong! You hear again out in the yard, and he kind of yelps. But he's still alive.
I think his attempt was correct. It's like a rumble of thunder, not a bong.
Oh, okay, sure. Sure, rumble of thunder. And that's it? You want to move anywhere? Where are you? You're looking near the window, one of the windows too, I assume?
I think I'm going to move to... Well, I saw them going around the back, right?
A couple of them. There's the one in the wagon you just told, and then there's 2 more going around the back. And you hear like shouting in Goblin too.
Well, I'm gonna go up to like defend the barricade because I'm expecting more goblins because there's never this few goblins. There's always more goblins.
Oh, by the way, you guys all took your inspiration for the day?
I got it.
Okay, I have not used it.
Well, yeah, everyone just gets one at the beginning of the session. And if you use it, I do give more.
Okay.
So everyone remember, you have an inspiration, and it's my homebrew. It's like, it's not the book you get advantage. It's a pure reroll. So
pure reroll. Fuck that! I'm using my inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna go around to make sure that they don't come in a different way. How about Nicodemus? What are you gonna do? The one that's untying in the wagon,
Yeah,
he's still up.
I want to finish him off. Finish him off. Last call, I said, and told the dead him again.
Last call.
Last call, I said. So that would be another
and he
wisdom
fails
failure.
again.
Oh my god. 2 points necrotic damage.
Oh, and he's like the most resilient goblin to the Toll the Dead spell.
Oh my god. I suck. I've done
Everyone's
3 points of damage on 2 Toll the Dead. But I would like to then use my movement to move out of the window line of sight and just like put my back against the wall. Oh, he's still alive. This is the baddest goblin I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, you sure can.
Right.
After Nicodemus is Cloud.
I want to land on the wagon. Well, I want to fly down and land on the wagon. And
Easily.
I want to cast my cantrip, Primal Savagery.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to knock out the goblin.
I'll let you attack him with advantage just for everything, for swooping out of the darkness, for he's been humbled. He's been like, his head is ringing with all the Toll the Dead cantrips, just everything.
Could I
give you
use
advantage
this,
on this attack?
Could I use this attack to be an intimidation towards the other guys? If it works.
Maybe. We'll see.
And I need that advantage badly. That's going to give me a 17.
That hits this goblin.
Okay, and that's gonna
Surely
be
he's dead now.
for 4 damage.
Out of the darkness, screeching comes the Aarakocra, landing in the wagon and attacking the goblin and describing how he kills him.
Oh, I wanted to knock him out. Do I have to kill him?
Oh, the goblin! Oh, you knocked him out? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you can knock out the goblin, sure.
What?
Swoop
Why
in
are we
and
Knocking him out then.
Huh?
Describe
Why are we
knocking him out
taking all
then.
these prisoners?
I swoop
doubt.
in from
Fucking D&D,
the
you don't know.
darkness. I land gracefully behind him, and then with a double-handed hammer fist, I bring it
Oh,
down.
the Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Chopped him in the back. He's down.
Yeah.
With my primal savagery looking at the people who were just talking to him like they just made a bad mistake.
Yeah, well, they
Try
are
to make sure-
clearly startled.
How do those ropes look? How far was he untying that?
You can't
bad
see. It's not your turn. Blah, blah, blah. There's so many reasons.
Eh.
Garl, if you're
Um,
done, Aarakocra, Cloud, you're done. You moved. You attacked.
Yeah, I just look at them menacingly.
Okay, Garl.
Garl will go ahead and seeing that he sees some of them making around the temple and to the graveyard / cemetery.
Yeah.
He'll shoot at the lead one that's going into the cemetery.
Okay, you can see like he's carrying a sack, and as he's walking, he kind of drops the sack, and out like runs a chicken.
Okay.
Scattering some feathers, but yeah, you can take a shot at him, and you can roll with advantage.
And the chicken.
Because
Get that chicken.
You leave that chicken alone.
15. Does a 15 hit?
it absolutely hits him.
Okay.
So,
And let's see here. And he'll take 5 points of piercing damage.
okay, you hit him in the shoulder, and he absolutely, he's kind of like, calling out as he's making his way around. And when you hit him, it turns into like a shriek of pain, which makes the other one jump with a start. And you're done?
Garl will. Well, that'd be he can't do that because that's an action. I was going to say hide in the shadows, but what he'll do is he'll move to take cover.
Yeah, like just take a step back.
Yeah.
So that clearly okay. Goblins go. You do hear like especially those who are outside, like the Aarakocra and the Snurverblin. Fuck, you guys couldn't have easy to say races, eh?
Hey, I'm a tiefling.
Or is it
do
Tiefling?
say gnome or deep
Yeah,
gnome.
or is it Tiefling? And I'll call this Heinz tomato ketchup, and I'll call this Hans tomato catsup. So there are a few others coming about. The one in the wagon is dead. The two bandits are there. There's one going around the back. So there's two there. You can see that there's another couple coming out of the nearby tower. It'll take them a while to make their way across, as well as there's a couple coming out of the windmill. And it also will take them. So currently, there's what do you call it? 1, 2. Wait. I gotta do a head count.
2 around back, 2 coming out, and 2 coming out. Total of 6, unless there's more than 2 in the couple.
That's what I'm counting to. You didn't kill one, did you, Carl?
No, he injured one.
Okay, that's what I thought. So 2, 2, 2. That's my count. And then 2 bandits tied up, presumably still tied up. Maybe not. Who knows?
And what about the other 2 goblins that were in there with them? Or the goblin who was in the church? This is getting bad. There's a lot of them.
Oh yeah, there's some more goblins tied up or maybe not tied up.
Yeah. Well, you guys had 3 like captive. You had 1 dead. And
Boy, there's a lot of goblins. Now imagine 17 ice methods. Feel my pain.
let's put it this way. In total, because there are a couple more that come out of like one even like comes out of like you don't just because of angle you don't see them all, but I'll tell you right now, there's 8 goblins making their way.
Okay.
Out of all of those entire 8 goblins, only the 2 that were making their way around the back can actually do anything. Currently. Right? So there's 6 goblins making their way. 2 of them can act currently. Well, 8 in total. But 8 in total, 2 can act currently. The others are making their way from various parts.
The others will die later.
The bandits are not doing much because they have like this Aarakocra over top of them. The 2 goblins that are going their way around the back, they actually start lighting a fire at the back of the wooden temple.
Oh my god. Now they done pissed me off.
You know, and that's really it. The others are coming. And you can see, like, you know, from various directions, and they've all got like either sacks or boxes, or one of them is dressed in like a big white shirt that was clearly made for a human, you know.
Loot.
You know, the other ones, like I said, they had chickens and yada yada. They're all making their way. The two are trying to light the fire behind the temple, and that's really it. So, for I.
So I'm okay, Ryan. Like, how? So, is there a way to get back to the goblins at the back? Because getting rid of them before they light that fire might be a good idea.
As far as I know, there is not a back door. You could go out one of the side windows.
You know what? Can I see anyone out the front right now?
You can see the Aarakocra cloud standing in the wagon over top a dead goblin and 2 bandits. And, you know, in the courtyard, I'd say, yeah, you could probably see at least one goblin within your range coming in across the courtyard.
I'm thinking, because I think I'm just gonna toll the dead on that goblin again, and equip my shield as well if I can.
One or the other.
One or the other,
Oh.
because they're both in action.
Really? I can't. I don't get item interaction to get my shield. Is that?
It's an action. It's an action.
Okay.
To strap on a shield is an action.
Okay. Well.
I know it kind of sucks, but it's
To don a shield is an action.
To keep people from switching out from sword and shield and bow real easily. I think that's
Yeah.
why they did it.
All right. I'll just take out my shield then, and
Prepare for melee combat
yeah,
soon.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a speed of 20 feet. I'm not getting anywhere quickly.
Yeah. Okay. And then Nicodemus, you could see that, like, the Aarakocra stopped the bandits from, like, being untied and escaping, but there are, like, other goblins coming from various buildings. You could see, like, you know, the big 2-story inn across the street, and you could see, like, you know, goblins coming here and there. And there's, you know, 2 goblins went around behind the temple.
I went out for a second. Had a phone call.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right. So the
That's
goblins
all right.
that came out of either the windmill or one of the towers. How far
Yeah.
away are they from me?
There's at least one in the courtyard, so I'd say there's one about 40 feet away. At least
That is
one.
that is within 60 feet. Because what I'll do is I wasn't looking out the window, but what I'll do is I'll just go back to look out the window, scan. Who do I see? There's a goblin there.
Yeah.
Last call. Last call, boys. Told the dead again. Which is just going to get really lame after a while. But I have my holy symbol in one hand, my shield in the other. Eventually, when they get to here, I'll probably drop my holy symbol, pull a sword. But
they're rolling so
Eventually.
bad at their wisdom saves. Do your damage.
all right, let's just
D8.
see if I do any better. 1! Freaking 1 again. 1 point.
You
That
hear
was the
another bong out in the blackness.
hopefully he's heard me and I drew his attention, but I will then duck, remove myself from the window and like take cover again, so that they'll have to come to the window and or through the window or something. They can't just shoot me from where they're at.
Yeah. No, they are coming to like the immediate area, because like I said, the Aarakocra is out there, and they were called out there, and there's still like a guy, a couple of them doing something, shouting an alarm outside in the back in the graveyard.
It says that the plumbing in this place is broken.
The plumbing?
Yeah, I can hear a lot of.
Someone's having a big bong hoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's me. I'll mute myself in a minute. I am here. I'll show you what I'm doing. In a second.
That was the longest bong hit ever.
I am. Oh no, that's not what I'm going to do. Camera. That's me. See my face. How do I switch it around? There is a bucket full of water with beer bottles, and beer bottle goes into the bucket. See the bubbles exploding. This bucket full of water is full of cleansing water. I am
Sterilizing bottles.
Yeah, sterilizing bottles to put more beer in them. Muting myself.
Interesting. It sounds like the introduction to the song Monster Mash.
It does.
Working in the lab late last night.
Sterilizing equipment to make beer with. That's what I'm doing.
Sweet.
Muting.
Okay, so you cantrip him and then you move out of the way. So the next guy to go, Aarakocra, you can see that there are goblins coming. The bandits here, it looks like that the one bandit looks like his bindings have been mostly undone. The other guy is still tied up. Like the goblin only had time to really work at the bindings of one, right?
Okay.
And you can see that there are goblins approaching.
Can I roll an intimidation and tell them to act natural? Well, I slip in next to them and put my arms around their neck. Or
Yeah.
my arms behind them, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
we're all tied up. That's going to be a 17.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to act like you're...
I'm going to act like I'm also, tied up with them. While I have my claws in each of their backs. Just act natural, boys. And we'll all make it out.
The thing is, they're like laying down, bound up in the wagon.
Okay.
And
are they belly down?
no, not really.
Okay.
More or less kind of on their sides.
I will lay between them on my back.
Okay. Yeah, that'll give you got pretty good cover if the goblins wanted to shoot or anything. Garl, you can see that the two went around, and it looks like that they're piling wood and gonna make a fire against the back, just where there's stuff piled behind the temple, whether it be a couple ladders and stuff. And you can see that there are other goblins coming out of the darkness towards the temple.
Garl's going to shoot at the one that he already hurt.
Okay.
There
Totally can.
Stacking, and he got himself an 8.
He's carrying a bunch of wood, and when you shoot the arrow at him, he just kind of dances away and he drops the wood, but no, you miss him. But
and then Garl will step back again, trying to take cover.
okay, you can. The 2 are going to continue taking a fire. The 6 that are not building the fire are going to come and rush in. They are going to, because they have like the whole dash thing, the whole goblin quick little bugger thing. So again, they aren't going to be doing anything too effectual because they're going to be doing things like peeking in windows, testing door handles, climbing into the wagon, going around the back to help with the fire, that type of stuff. Right? Like, they can't just run in and start attacking people. Everyone's indoors, one's hiding, one's up there. So their next round, they're going to be either inside or swarming the wagon or climbing up or, whatever. Fire's lit. Let's go to Far Eye.
Do they have ranged weapons?
They does look like that they have short bows, I believe, or crossbows, whatever goblins have. They have short bows.
Would opening the door be an action?
No. It would be because it's barred. It's been like.
All right. Well, I'm gonna unbar the door. I'm not gonna open it yet, but I'm gonna unbar it and then.
Let them do that. Let them waste an action doing that.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I'll just wait then.
If you start what are you doing?
I'll tell the dead again on words and then.
Okay, I'll let you told the dead the one that was already told.
Yeah, the damage from everyone's damage.
Yeah. Do it.
Saving throw, DC 13. Did you fail?
Yeah, I'm just
still rolling. Sounds like another fail.
Oh, made it that time.
All right, nothing happens.
But they do hear the bomb.
There's
You
a
see,
cracker.
they all kind of like look around, right? With the thunder. They look up to the sky, and you can see like him shaking.
The storm of the coming, goblin scum.
Okay, Nicodemus. Did you want to take a ready to action for when they bust in, or do you want to do a cantrip now, or?
And see one like near the window or by the door or anything?
Oh yeah, close enough. They're coming.
Nice. I mean, you goblins! How many times do I gotta tell you the bar's closed? And toll the dead.
Okay.
Wow,
do it.
We're really using this a lot, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it's it's what you got when you got.
But it's a D12 range cantrip. What can you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll his. He failed. Roll your damage. You can do the hurt one again. It's just easier. That was the one that's always been approaching quickest.
3 points of damage.
Okay, you see like a kabong, and you see it like holds its head and kind of staggers and stumbles. A little bit of blood runs out of its nostril.
And then I have a question.
Yes.
Since my holy symbol is my spell casting focus, would it be around my neck or anything? Would I have to put an item interaction to put it up like I would a weapon, or could I just?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't say so.
All right, so I want item interaction. Draw my short sword.
Okay.
And have both a shield in one arm that I already equipped and my short sword in the other.
All right. All right. Cloud. You're outside in the wagon, laying down. You hear the goblins you hear the patting of their feet as they all run into the courtyard with their snarly little languages. You even smell them. And the horse that's still attached to the wagon gets a little bit jittery as they approach. You could see that, like, you can imagine that some of them are like inspecting and touching the horse, and some you hear their feet stamp on the wooden steps of the temple.
You hear his claws digging against the wood.
And you even feel the rock of the wagon as it feels like they're either inspecting it or someone's even climbing up.
He'll sit up real quick. What does he do?
Boo! Goblins! There's like 6 goblins here and there, everywhere from inspecting the wagon to going to the doors of the temple.
Okay.
Like, it'll be like melee, like their next go.
I cast Entangle on the center of the goblins, as many as I can get. Let me read the spell. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from the point within range. The duration, for the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area when it's cast must succeed on a saving throw or be restrained by entangled plants until the spell ends. It's a 1-minute concentration. And it's going to be a DC spell save of 15.
15. Sure it's not 13?
DC strength check 14, 13. No, it might be 13. There's a picture. Let me look for it.
I mean,
it's unlikely you're going to have a higher score than 16, and it'd probably be 13, yeah.
Out of the 6 goblins that are in the area, which would be all of them except for the 2 around the back, 5 of them get caught in the entangle.
wow.
I rolled very average. I rolled like lots of 10s and 8s. One guy rolled a 1, one guy rolled a 17. So the only one that is not caught in the entangle, I'll say, is the one that was climbing up into the wagon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is he also the damaged one?
Roll me a d6.
Sure. 2.
No.
All right.
The damaged one was like on the steps of the temple.
Right.
So, good job, Cloud.
You are correct. It is a 13, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will look at them.
Just these wild vines and plants just poof sprout out of the ground and have them like all caught up. And after you goes Garl. Garl, you can see that like all the ones, like most of the ones in front are caught up in an entangle. There's one climbing in the wagon and the 2 still behind that are stoking the fire that is beginning to grow. You want to shoot at one of them again?
Yes, I will. And
Okay.
I get another 8.
The arrow just bounces off again, and he is the one that you keep shooting at. He is like the other guy's still stoking the fire, but that guy is putting on his shield, making just giving you a dirty look.
Yep. And
Or kind of you keep raining arrows down upon him, and so that's what they're doing, is that stoking the fire, which is growing. That one guy's putting his shield on, and he's kind of looking for maybe a way up on the outside. 5 of them are entangled. The one that's getting into the wagon is going to take a stab at the
Our Cobra.
yeah.
Nicodemus. No, Nicodemus is Quark. Cloud.
Yep. I have a DC of 13. Or an AC of 13, I'm sorry. They're the same. Doesn't matter.
He takes a swing at you, and you just kind of, because of the angle, because he's like attacking kind of over the side, because he's like pretty much climbing on the wheel, and he just pulls out his scimitar and takes a swing at you while you're in the box of the wagon, and you just pretty much lay back quickly, and he misses you, but he's hanging on to the outside of the wheel, and he actually disengages and hops down and runs under the wagon. And the goblins are done. So, Far Eye, you can see that there's one that just took a swing at the Aarakocra, and then he went under the wagon. The other 5 are currently... Oh, do I have to roll every round for an entangle?
Entangle? Not sure.
Neither am I.
They have to use their action on their turn to try and make the strength check again.
Oh, that's what the other 5 are doing then, before we get into Far Eye.
But it's they can still like attack or anything. They just can't move. And they have disadvantage on any attacks they like to do.
Yeah, but there's no one to attack in that area. They're just... So they are going to try to get out. And you say it's a strength check?
Strength versus my DC, yes. I guess they're fighting against the vines themselves versus the magic.
Huh. Huh. Good start. I rolled a 1 and a 0.
Yeah, minus my strength, right? Yeah.
One of them seems to have wriggled himself free of the vines, but it's like a difficult terrain. Yeah, pretty much he can get out of it, but that's all he can do. He's just making his way out of... He untangles himself and gets out of the vines. The other 4 are still caught. So now Far Eye.
Did he dash?
Well, I think he can, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Can I still see the damage one?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna throw the dive.
Okay. He...
Krakum. I'm imagining this is a coin book right now. Like,
Yeah, I rolled a 0 for my save, Ryan. So
all right. And I rolled a 12 for my damage.
wow, yeah. So he just
So it's
stopped struggling, and you could see like blood just swell from his eyes as like the thunder just rumbles.
no, I think
The stained glass windows on the church actually rattled this time.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Farai, are you got anything else to do?
Well, that was my action. I'm just like preparing for them to try and break into the church, I guess.
Okay. Nicodemus. You can see that one escaped the entanglement and one is under the wagon.
And one is being split in half by what? The thunder.
Yeah.
Nicodemus, your turn.
I'm simply going to place myself in front of the doors and hold my shield and sword up menacingly and ready in action to wallop the first goblin that walks through. Maybe say something cool like, "I'm ready for you. If you want to drink here, you got to pay the bartender first."
Through the teeth and over the gums.
We have got to help you open a bar in game.
Here it comes. Couple troops on the guns. A campaign against myself to the end of our health. Full of bourbons and scotches and rums.
Okay, so pretty much ready to action, hey?
Yep, ready in action. Whack whoever comes through that door.
Okay. Cloud, you're in the wagon. There's a goblin underneath you. Under the wagon, I mean. And you're in there with like a couple bandits who are like, behaving for the most part right now.
I'm going to.
Only one of them is half untied. Okay, go. Yeah.
I'll jump out the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
And I will peer underneath it and use Thorn Whip on
Okay.
the goblin.
You can. You can see him under there with his scimitar. You can Thorn Whip him.
Okay, Thorn Whip is going to be a melee attack. Melee spell attack. So 17.
You hit him.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1d6. Oh, that's not a d6. That's going to be a 6.
Oh, you like crack the whip and right around his neck and you yank him out. You just, get over here.
Piercing damage, and he comes flying 10 feet towards me.
Yeah, just like Scorpion. Get over here. And he's just like, eek, as he like gets hauled out, dragging out on his heels. I don't think there's anything else really you can do, but
I just
anything
look
else?
at him menacingly.
Okay, Garl.
Garl will go ahead and he's going to take another shot at did the one putting the shield on already get the shield on?
Yeah, he would have. That was his action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he'll be shooting at the one he's been.
Okay, the one stoking the fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did a little bit better. A 9.
Oh, just missed him. For flavor's sake, it's just the weird angle was he's like working on the fire and the smoke and everything. is
and Darrell will step back as he has been.
Yeah.
Darting back to get into cover and not so much show of total silhouette of himself.
okay. Yeah, you got a nice view of the village. The bell there is quite nice. You just happen to see that like a commemorative plaque in the belfry that like just commemorates like the donation of the bell by like some like noble family from Waterdeep, right? Like, they got recognition.
Yeah, that's generous of them.
Yeah. You just something you happen to notice, right? As you like duck back, you're just. I don't know, just back to the top. The goblins. The one is working on the fire. The other one behind the back. He starts climbing up the. Oh, he can't. He put on his shield. He hides into the shadows. He just melts away into the shadows.
Makes a hydro. Yeah.
The other guy is working on the fire. One guy is gonna go after Cloud, the guy that you yanked out. He just has his scimitar. He takes a slash at your legs because you're medium, and he misses you. He takes another slash, and he's like starting to get freaked out just by this like weird bird guy. You can see like he's attacking you out of like panic, right? Not out of like.
Oh, I so want to take the actor feat now, so I can just start repeating what they're saying to themselves.
The 3 goblins that are entangled and alive will try to break out. One of them gets out, and he's going to join the guy on the steps. He and the guy on the steps will. Okay. And forgive me for taking DM liberty, but this is the way I imagine it. Plus, it's a temple. Like, the doors would open out. So you have, like, I picture it like a little bit Blazing Saddles. You guys have, like, these pews and stuff all piled up, barricaded in front of the door. And then the doors just swing open towards the outside.
That was in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where
okay, yeah. And
caused like women to like fall in love with him, and it was like crazy obsessive stuff. So he was barricading himself in the library, and he closed the door, and he took some of those stacks of like card catalogs and put them up in front of the door, and he's walking away like, whew, that was hard work. And all of a sudden Buffy just opened the door from, because it opened the other way around. It's like, hey, what's up? Just
yeah. And so they'll both like use their like interact with an object to like open the doors. And one of these guys
enters.
Can attack.
Does he enter?
And I was just gonna say, but it's pretty much he has to scramble over your junk. So that's as he is coming in your difficult terrain that you've created, Michael. you can take your ready to action at him.
Okay. I already rolled it. So I got a 23 to hit.
That hits him.
I did not roll the damage though. Why did I not roll the damage? For 5 points of damage. My best hit yet. Thank God for my +2 dexterity.
You take a slash at him, and you cut him quite badly. And in turn, he's going to take a slash at you.
AC 18.
And he rolls just absolutely terrible with the difficult terrain with being struck by an enemy. He just takes a totally wild swing at you.
Just like a goblin. You when you should have.
And the goblins are done. Far Eye, you can see that there's one climbing over the difficult terrain. There's still one standing outside by the open doors. He opened the door. Helped open the door, but that's as far as he went.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't crawled over the difficult terrain yet. And you can hear Cloud fighting outside near the wagon as a horse kind of nervously stamps its feet.
Well, I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna hit the guy that's trying to climb over the
Okay.
pews.
You join Nicodemus in attacking the one that's climbing over the barricade.
Yeah.
You attack him.
Okay.
Finish him off for me.
Gonna be hitting it with my warhammer.
Okay, swing at him.
That is a 16.
That hits him.
For 8 damage.
You hit him on top of the head, and blood just shoots out of both of his ears. As
Yeah, my warhammer comes up underneath his chin, and his head hit back, and he falls back towards his friend, and his head rolls to the side, and his lifeless eyes stare into his friend's eyes.
Nice. And after Farai, Nicodemus, you can see that the goblin is on the other side of the barricade. The one that you initially attacked is dead. The other one is holding the door open, and there's... Well, that's pretty much the closest one is across the difficult terrain. So that's really all it is.
Watch my fancy foot go work. And I will use my... I have 35-foot movement, so is that enough to get across the difficult terrain?
Absolutely, because it's just the barricade that you created, yep.
All right. Watch my fancy go foot work, ye goblin. Now take this. And swipe my sword at him for a total of 8. I'm assuming that is not a good...
You unfortunately miss him. He kind of basically just uses the door as cover type thing, right? And you end up not being able to...
Now flee before I get a good stroke on you. There we go. That's it.
Well, anything else?
No, I'll stand up there as a target now. Yay.
And Cloud.
I want to attack the goblin that I just grabbed with subdue damage.
Okay.
I think that's going to hit. That's a 19.
Oh, that hits.
And that's going to be a 7.
Oh, okay. You knock him out.
Yeah, I want to uppercut him into the wagon.
Okay.
Just so he lands on the
right on the tailgate, right near the bandit's feet.
Yeah, I want the bandits to be like, "Oh my god!" And I just want to give out a little caw.
Okay, and you too.
I don't understand why we're taking so many prisoners.
I'm starting a sanctuary.
Brothel.
A goblin brothel.
Oh God.
They'll do anything for some gold.
And I mean anything.
Oh
Hey,
God.
Goblins need
It's
love
all
too.
ATM. Garl, up in your belfry.
Garl will go ahead as a free action.
Mhm.
He's gonna holler out as loud as he can, "Dragon!" And then he's gonna take his little short bow, and he's looking to see. He's going to shoot at who he's been shooting at, but he's going to look to see if the other one that sneaked off pokes his head up, so he knows where he'll be spotted. And the one that he been shooting at,
Mhm.
that will be a 24.
That hits.
Fucked up.
And oh shoot, 7 points of damage. No, not
Okay.
7. 5 points. My bad.
You hit that guy like right in the ribs, and he like drops like a bundle of wood that he was carrying.
Oh, great. And then he can fall forward with the wood that he was carrying right on into the fire. And then for my movement action, Garl duck back.
Yep. Very easy to, just because of like, well, bell tower.
Yep.
That's why it's a pick of postal workers, right?
Usually a good sniper location.
I'm gonna roll for the 3 who were trapped. Or wait, sorry, 2 that were trapped. They are like still trapped. The one that the Aarakocra was fighting is like unconscious. The one that is fighting Nicodemus will take a scimitar swing at Nicodemus, and he's like pretty much takes a swing at you without like remembering to like actually step back around the door. He like rolled very poorly to attack you. He just flails his sword around at you, and do you know what? This guy's gonna fucking, out of nowhere comes one. This is he's already very injured, so he too misses you, but he has a shield strapped on. And that's it. The goblins are done. Farai, it is your turn. There is now, you can see 2 goblins outside fighting Nicodemus. One with the shield, one kind of using the door.
Dying to Nicodemus.
And
you smell
how
smoke.
far away are they from me? I need to go over the barricades to get to them, right?
I would say they're only 15 feet. So yeah, you could get there with, yeah. But
And
beyond that is hard. You could get to them, but beyond that,
Yeah, I'll go to them and take a swing at one of them then.
The one with the shield, or the one, or the other one.
The one with the shield.
Okay. You can see he's quite bloodied. He's got looks like arrow wounds in him.
That is a 17.
That hits him. You attack him over his shield. You sneak it by his defenses.
For a total of 2 damage.
And you slice him in the temple.
Well, it's a Warhammer, so...
you smash him. Describe killing him. Describe killing him.
I think this time it's like he's focused on Nicodemus.
Yeah.
So it's like my warhammer comes up into his back and shatters one of the vertebrae, and as you can hear the vertebrae crack like thunder, he then falls to the ground and bleeds out.
Wow. Wow. Nice. So, Nicodemus, you can see that a fry comes. You hear like he scatters over the barricade, clambers over it, and he comes to your side and he swings at this goblin that's sprung out of nowhere, and he kills him to oblivion. The one that you are fighting around the door is still there, fighting with you.
You thought that was something far high. Watch me get this goblin.
I watch. I take notes.
As I swing my sword up into him and slam into the door instead and gut the door. I'd be like, that was just a warning to show you, goblin, what I was going to do to you. I've had a bit too many myself tonight.
The door takes 2 piercing damage.
No, it has a damage threshold. It's yeah, because he pretty much does have himself sandwiched like between like the wall of the temple and the door itself by this time, right? There's just like a scimitar just sticking out once in a while. For flavor's sake, right? After Nicodemus goes Cloud. You just knocked the one out, and you could see them fighting one at the open door, not far away from you, and then the 2 struggling in your entanglement. As well as you smell smoke in the air.
Oh, yeah, like 4 or 5 times of the smoke now.
well, most of us are. You're probably gonna want to go and get Garlight though.
I'm going to crawl into the wagon and readjust the restraints on the bandits.
Okay.
Carefully, just
retie them. Make sure that the one guy doesn't.
Yeah, just nonchalantly tossing goblin bodies around while I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to give out.
They're small.
I'm going to give out a caw to the 2 that are tangled. Run, but you won't get away. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I'll cast Primal Savagery on myself as a cantrip.
Yeah. For
flavor's sake.
Yeah, coolness. Would you do it with your talons or your beak or what? Just.
It's both because I'm already an Aarakocra.
Oh yeah. No, but just like, 'cause it makes you look fierce or whatever.
I think the acid coming from your mouth like dribbled with saliva, and then like landing on something and simmering. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounds very scary. Just a red Aarakocra with the black beak, just dripping out acid.
Yeah. That sizzles as it touches the wagon, or maybe it lands on its flesh and it burns a little bit. It's like a cigarette burn. No, actually,
run if you want. I am the sky.
Okay, go, Garl. In your steeple.
Garl will holler out again. Dragon! And he has.
Nicodemus will look up again. That's probably why he missed. He's like, dragon, no!
How come every time I swing, someone yells dragon?
And and he's going to have his short bow kind of ready, and he's going to be looking to see if that other goblin pokes its head up to look for it.
You actually think, because you saw him strap on your shield, that you actually think that that's the one that Farai took out around the front.
Okay, but that's what Garl's doing.
Yeah. If you're doing a head count, that's it.
Yeah,
And there's also like well, head count. There's still the one at the back and 2 struggling in the entanglement, and that's it.
okay. But
That's it.
That's what Garl's doing. Is he's doing that, and next turn he'll do something different.
Okay. The 2 in the entanglement. One more of the entanglement breaks out, and he can make his way to outside of the entanglement, and that's really, he can't get too much farther than approaching the front steps of the temple. He's not going to step right into melee, but he's approaching those at the front door of the temple, which is Farai and Nicodemus. And
That's okay. I'll come to you.
the other one is still entangled, and the one at the back is stoking the fire, which is it's growing, but it's a big wooden building, so it'll take at least a little while. And that's it. They're done. So Farai, you got the one that just got out of the entanglement, or you got the one behind the door, or you could go deal with the one lighting the fire, or there's one in the entangled. One behind the door, one nearby you, one in the entangled. There's 4, all at various states of.
I think I'm gonna go and deal with the one that's lighting the fire.
You can.
I don't.
What?
I've only got 20-foot move, so I'm probably not gonna
Yeah.
get it in this turn. But I'm gonna toll the dead on him.
Oh yeah, you can do that for sure. You can move 20 feet, and you'll only be kind of halfway around the building, to where he is. But you can see him to cast a Toll the Dead. Oh, totally. And he is injured, and he failed his savings throw. So roll your.
He takes 9 necrotic damage.
The rumble of your thunder goes off, and it echoes off the building and through the smoke, growing smoke over the graveyard as he collapses. And he actually, this time he collapses right into the fire.
All right.
With 1 Toll the Dead, he has equaled the amount of damage I've done this entire combat.
Yeah, I did 12 last time with Toll the Dead.
I have done 1, 2, 3.
Aren't dice amazing? Because, like I said, I've been playing that stupid kind of old adventure game on Amazon's assistant. I won't say her name.
Uh-huh.
And the other day I was playing, and it was so easy. I didn't roll less than a 16 on the dice. And then just today I was playing it a bit. I couldn't roll higher than single digits. I just got annihilated. I just could not roll no matter what I did. I just could not roll a double-digit number. And the other day was the opposite. No matter what I did, I couldn't roll less than a 16. Oh well. So you told the dead, you kill that guy. So Nicodemus, you got the one behind the door. There is another one that escaped out of the entanglement last round who's nearby.
Nah, the one that's behind the door that I've already assaulted.
Okay, get him. Get him.
You will perish for this trespass. Later. Die.
Get mad at your dice. Just
I got plenty of D20s. I should just sling this one into the backyard, right?
well, not sling it into the backyard, but just I don't know.
Fucking dice chain.
You got to change it on a quantum level, right?
I could let it soak overnight in beer.
You got to do it on the spiritual level.
Quantum level.
Yeah. Okay, so I suck.
It's like Schrodinger's Schrodinger's D20.
You will perish for this trespass later. Let me have another swig before I go.
You can. I'll let you have a swig.
Bonus action.
Don't forget, people have inspiration too, just in case, just to let you guys know, just letting you know.
Oh yeah. You know what? What the hell? Besides my bonus action, the cloak of billows behind me.
Yes.
I realized that I'm a cool dude, and I use my. There we go for a 3 on the die. Still miss. But the cloak billows magnificently.
That is very cool. That is very cool. Okay, Cloud. You tied up the guy in the wagon.
Entanglement is over.
Ooh. So the one that was left, he just
Yep, he just
drops
falls
to the ground.
No more difficult terrain, nothing. And that was my last spell. But just because I am who I am, I'm going to fly right by the one who just fell, and I'm going to attack the one who's going into the church.
Okay.
Because I told him not to flee. That's a 13.
That hits him.
Okay. That's a 9. Acid damage.
That drops him. You can describe it.
I fly straight into his back, digging my claws straight through his chest, and I rip him in half while I look at the one that just fell to the ground, saying, I told him not to move. Giving out one more caw.
Garl.
Garl will go ahead and he's going to jump up onto the bell steeple ledge.
Yep.
And he's going to raise his bow. He's going to holler, you better leave, you little worm, you dragon, before I put the curse of the smooth hands on you and shoot you in the yak stick. And then what he's going to do for his action is hide. With a stealth of, that's not bad at all. Why couldn't I have that in combat? But that's all right. I'll take it when I take it or get it. That'd be a stealth of 25.
Oh, okay.
At the mention of a dragon, Nicodemus cowers a little bit more.
You guys are all waiting for the buffeting sound of great reptilian wings. But you don't hear it yet, but you expect it. Maybe you do hear it. You don't know. Your brain, is it playing tricks on you?
I'd like to make an insight check on Garl.
He's one of my friends. Why would he lie?
On your go.
I mean, I've adventured with Garl before. I know he can be a jokester. I know he does that sort of thing.
Michael, the one that's fighting you behind the door, he actually gets like his sword like stuck. Right? Like it's kind of like wet. Like he... like yeah, like the one that you're fighting, Nicodemus, he's just not having luck. He's like so terrified that his sword, like he's like like the sword gets like tangled between the wall and the door, and it just
it's like both of you are being completely ineffectual against each other and just swinging each other. Yeah.
The one that's on the ground. Well, I mean, out of the entanglement, there's no saying that they were prone or anything. So he
No.
is. There's.
Surrender.
No, he's gonna go after the Ararak Krokra. Is like not too far away from him. He can go after him, or he could go after Nicodemus, or he could chase after Farai. So do you know what?
It's up to him.
I'm gonna get the three of you guys to roll me a d20. Dry d20. Low is bad. The low. I do that a lot, by the way. So
He attacks me at a natural 1.
I rolled a 13.
a natural 1 you got, Cloud?
Yep.
Okay, then he's just gonna come after you because you just blasted his other buddy with acid there. So he's gonna. Oh, and he misses you. He like actually slips in like a little bit of like
Of his friend.
Actually no. Yeah, sure. Yeah. He just trips. Yeah. He misses you pretty bad. You're able to easily move away from his attack. And they're the only two alive, so they are done. It is now Farai. We're going around the back. You killed that guy. You gonna make your way back to the front?
Sure.
Or are you gonna go put out the fire?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Do I need to make a roll for that, or can I just use my action thing?
I'll pretty much just let you use your action because I don't.
Alright.
I mean, it's like a big solid wooden building, right? It will burn, but
Yeah.
it was only a few rounds, so
I'll go use my action to fit the fire right then.
And just like kick the logs away and
yeah, exactly.
take
If you
the
like
smoke off the back.
if you scatter the fire, like
I'll do that then.
with your yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, you're dealing with the fire then. So Nicodemus, Go. kill him.
And I got another 3.
You guys
This-
like
Rat dice anymore.
you guys are just
This
pushing the
door.
door back and forth.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude!
This door is a menace.
Just told the dead on him.
Because I had my sword in my that would
Case-
require me to sheathe my sword and then another item interaction to grab my holy symbol. It's problematic. Now what the hell? I think I will. I think I'll put my sword up. On interaction, put my sword up. As I do so, my cloak billows as I start to reach for my holy symbol. And then I'm done.
Okay. I like how the cloak billows when you're grabbing your holy symbol. That's worth an inspiration.
Especially since you're inside the church.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Seder inside of a church of Meliki and Sylvanus. Yeah. Yeah, totally. So Michael, you can have another inspiration. So like we said, I don't know if you guys played a lot of games or one shots or whatever where people always forget about inspiration. I like to remember about inspiration as much as I can. It's an element to the game I think is like something. Anyways, so that's it. You are done. So Cloud, the goblin is right there. He swung at you and he's like pretty ineffectual. And like I said from before, since these guys were all rummaging, no one had their shield initially. There's only the one guy who added his shield. So these guys are not Monster Manual AC. Monster Manual AC is 15, but they do not have their shield.
I got
I
you.
still can't hit him.
Can I roll to grapple him?
If you wish.
I got a 2. Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you may.
I got a 19.
Oh,
I'm so
you
inspired
get
right
him.
now.
I rolled an 18. So you grab him.
Can I use my movement to fly into the air? He's small, right?
He is small, and therefore, yes, but it's half.
Perfect. I'm not
Speed.
trying to go very high.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to get him as far off the ground as I can, and then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look
So,
right into
what's
his
your
eyes.
fly speed? 30
I believe it's 40.
or 50? Actually, I think it is.
Yeah, we talked about it last time, huh?
Yeah, I think it's
Oh, I
50.
thought it was 50.
Yeah.
But I'm not
So
positive
yeah,
on
you
that.
can get. I'll let you go 25 feet up in the air.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna hold him there, making eye contact, waiting for him to. Oh, I'm just gonna say, surrender. And that's my turn.
I would have just dropped him.
I mean, if he hits me, I have to let go. You know?
I'm just saying. Pardon me?
If he hits me, I have to let go. I'm
Pretty
not
much.
murderous, you know. Like I murdered the other guy. I feel kind of bad about that, but I was in primal savagery mode, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, Garl, you see the Aarakocra fly up 25 feet in the air, almost level with you. They're a bit of the ways out. They're maybe about 30 feet away from you, but you see them just fly up. He's holding a goblin dangling.
Okay, what Garl will do is,
Shoot the goblin.
let's see here. He will go ahead and expend a charge from his staff and have it make a sound of an owl. I believe it can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to remain hidden.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that, let's see here. Yeah. Master tool. Can't I get that? Oh, yeah. There's that. I want to double check on that. So. Staff the birds. Bird calls. Yeah, he's going to do a owl swoop, and that'll take off a charge there. So I only got 8 more charges for this day.
Where'd you get your staff from? Who gave it to your character? Or how'd you get it?
It was handed down through my family.
Oh, a family heirloom.
Family heirloom.
Neat.
As far as that. So, yeah, that's what he's going to do, trying to make sure that he's gaining as much of the cover as possible and sound. And if he makes a stumble or whatnot, that'll possibly be taken as that owl up in the belfry.
Yeah. The only reason I asked is because I think it'd be an interesting story to know how a deep gnome had a staff of bird calls.
Yep.
Huh. Can't wait. Okay. Goblins.
Well, we'll discuss it over drinks later.
Pardon me?
We'll discuss it over drinks later.
Well, yeah.
In the tavern.
The goblin that is like in the clutches of the Aarakocra, he is like pretty much just clutching on to you. Like he actually drops his scimitar as he is clutching on to you to make sure that you don't drop him.
It's okay, my little hatchling.
Him.
Pardon me?
He's gonna grapple me.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he just.
He's got a
Uh,
little
It
hatchet.
might not
Yeah.
really matter. Don't need a dice roll right now, but I'm just saying that like he's grabbing onto you. Like he does it. He's 25 feet up.
Well,
There. He's
if he grapples, then his speed becomes 0. So I don't think he wants to do that.
well. He's holding on. He's freeing up his hands and holding on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
And the poor fellow behind the door. Actually, you think it's actually a girl goblin. Michael, what's your armor class?
18.
Oh yeah, misses you. Misses you. Guys are fighting. And
more.
Far Eye, it is your turn.
All right. So I've just put out the fire, and I'm coming back around the thing 20 feet. Do I see any living goblins?
One up in the air, one behind the door.
Okay. I would like to. Hang on a second. Let me check something.
Did I miss something?
Just
Oh.
looking at something.
And there's a dragon coming.
I'd like to apply a little bit of lipstick to my lips, and then I'm gonna cast friends on the goblin that's fighting Nicodemus.
He's a dead goblin. Why bother?
And I'm gonna say to him, I'm gonna tell him to forcefully tell him to surrender. I would like to try and intimidate him with advantage.
What?
Because they're friends.
Okay.
Because why not?
Okay, I rolled like a 5, so I failed. I'm sure. As you say to surrender.
All right, 25 for intimidation with friends.
Okay. So, yeah.
Tell him to surrender.
Well, it looks like they're gonna surrender. It looks like you've intimidated them.
Yeah.
And Nicodemus, Fry comes around the corner, smelling of the smoke. And you see that they cast a cantrip at the goblin that you're fighting. And the goblin you're fighting.
It's actually
to surrender. He's like
it's actually on myself. It gives me advantage on.
Oh yeah,
charisma.
but regardless, Fry casts a cantrip, and it looks like that. And he says like clearly you hear him saying "Get up," whatever, and it looks like that the goblin is going to abide.
Wow. Does he drop his sword?
I suppose, but it's
not his turn yet. He
Yeah.
probably will.
Yeah, he is gonna abide. Like,
if he dropped or something, I'd like kick it away and call out, Claude, how are you?
I've got more for the garden.
Well then, Goblin, if you want your life saved, how many more of you are there here in Nightstone? And I'll step in front of him, in between the door, like open the door or whatever, like boom.
okay,
that we're standing there with no door in between us and standing there with
It says to you in common, in like a raspy voice, it says to you, 3 hands.
Cool. How many fingers does the goblin have?
Like assuming 5.
Okay. Mm. Mighty well then. Now the rest of your brethren to come out into the middle of the town square and throw down their weapons.
If you do a head count,
Yeah, that's like 11 or 12 goblins
the
total.
initial 4, right? You guys killed 1, you had 3 captive.
4. And then a total of 8 more. That's 12. So that may be all, like, 3 hands, like meaning not total 3 hands, but 3 hands worth. Like, he had to take his third hand out. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, I need this many. These, a couple fingers from the third hand. Maybe that's all. May not be. Could be a couple more. Don't know. And how much do you trust a goblin anyway? But,
Well, I've already not to 20 on my intimidation check, so I know he's certainly scared enough of me to tell the truth, but I don't know if he is.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Can I ask mine how many are left?
Are you gonna... Well, let's put it this way. Technically, right now, we're still in combat, and it's Nicodemus' turn.
All right,
Okay.
Nicodemus is just going to use item interaction, whatever the door, stand in front of him, ask him that question, and ready an action in case that goblin does anything.
Yeah. Okay. So Cloud, you want to ask your goblin what?
Are there any more in the town? Besides the one that I've already taken care of. Like, besides the ones that we've already fought, is there anyone that we haven't seen yet?
Oh, there... Maybe he's kind of panicking up in the air right now to like do math and do a proper head count, right? Like, I mean,
All right.
he knows them all by name, but he doesn't know who's all there and who's dead and who's what. And
Okay. Just
You
for
have to
flavor's
think and-
concept, he's going to
Yeah.
start yelling at him, but where are the animals? And then he's going to start naming off different kinds of animals, and he wants to know what happened to each individual animal. But where are the chickens? But where are the cows? And the horses?
And when it comes to the horses, that he says that he's pointing and furiously, and he says, the barn. He says in common, the barn. And you can see over that, yeah, there is like a big barn.
Okay. Can I roll subdue damage on him?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Melee damage, all you gotta do is tell me that it's like non-lethal.
Okay. Non-lethal, and that's a 15.
That hits.
Okay. And that's a 4.
Okay. He's still conscious, but yeah.
Okay. Can I drop down to just 10 feet and then let him go? See if that knocks him out?
Oh, for sure. Roll me a d6 for the dropping.
That's another 4.
Okay, yeah, he's out. He's well, technically dropping. He's dead. That dropped him to 0. Because yeah, he stopped squirming.
All right, I guess that's my turn. Next turn,
So-
I'll go to the barn.
Let's put it this way: you guys have another intimidated one by the temple. You guys are out of combat. Okay, because the rest of them are like dead.
All right, anyone that's alive, I am going to tie them up into a human chain gang to the wagon so they can pull it, so the horse doesn't have to pull it anymore.
You have 4 living goblins.
Well, once the one that's
Okay.
intimidated
Alright.
has
Yes.
been tied up, I'm just gonna draw concentration on Frittens because it's a concentration spell for 1 minute. Once I drop it though, he realizes he's been charmed. he was charmed there, so.
Okay. Okay. So you guys have like 4
No, they
goblins,
can-
2 bandits,
Yeah,
a horse and a
and a
wagon.
horse.
I've got 2 goblins and 1 human in 2 rows pulling the wagon now.
Garl will make his way down.
Yeah, you could climb down the ladder from the steeple.
And once he comes on down, he's hitting the ground. He's all excited. He's jumping up and down saying, "You see that? You see that? I chased off that dragon. I shot him with my mighty bow." And he'll pick up his bow and pull him back. And
All right,
chased him.
I'm definitely making an insight check right now.
I chased him off. He flew.
Yeah, but what about that owl?
Oh,
Yeah, the owl chased him away.
that owl's a friend of mine.
Is it? We need to find the owl. That owl's very important to me.
He made me up in the people.
That's a 15 to insight check, Carl.
I have no idea how to deal with insight checks and stuff with.
It would go against
PCs.
Garl's deception check.
Claude flies into the bell tower to look for the owl.
He has an 18.
Oh shit! Wow! How big was it?
Compared to me, it was huge.
Damn! You've got to tell me that story in more detail later.
Yes, but what are you doing with all these goblins? These corrupted small folk.
They must be made to pay penance.
Okay, while you guys are like doing this and talking outside, I want everyone to just roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Because it is dark out, even with dark vision. It's still dim. Disadvantage.
I rolled a 19 the first time, then I got a 2.
All right, perception. Where's my? Okay. Garl got a 6. I wish it wasn't.
Fry, Nicodemus, you guys too.
With disadvantage, I got a 10.
Yep.
Oh, I got a 15.
Nicodemus. Cloud and Garl are having their conversation. Farai is like, making sure that the goblins are tied up and secure because this one goblin is going fucking ballistic, right? Because it was charmed. You go and you check the fire and it's out. You're kind of, and you happen to see that something catches your eye and you glance at the inn across the way and you see that it looks like it's taken some damage in the previous boulder attack, but you see that the door kind of do a double take because you're like, is it your eyes fooling you in the darkness? But you see the door closes, you see it closing.
Perhaps there's more creatures at the end. And that's where I would be, enjoying their fine ale. Perhaps we can go investigate it.
Is that an inn or is that a shrine for you?
I don't understand the question. Is there a difference?
Garl just chuckled a little bit. To you, I don't think so.
Any place where there is wine is holy.
Strange God.
Fun.
Farai, the one that you were what you call it? What the hell? Tying up. The one that you intimidated. When you're tying up, you happen to notice like a silver chain, and it just catches your eye because, like, I mean, it's a dirty goblin, right?
Yeah.
And you just when you're tying it up, you can see the tucked away somewhere on it. You see silver chain. You pull it out, and it kind of starts freaking out, like, "Nah, it's mine." You can see that it's
I take it.
a silver locket.
Mm-hmm.
And you pop the locket open, and there's a little portrait of a happy-looking halfling man.
It's your boyfriend, is it?
I found it.
Now I'm a dead man. I'm a dead halfling woman.
In one of the cottages that was destroyed.
I take the pocket. I'll probably see if I can work out what it is and who we can give it to get it back to whoever their family is later on, I think.
Just like any D&D adventure would do when presented with how to return this to their proper owners. All right,
And
once y'all
Nicodemus.
yes.
So you saw the door to the inn?
Yeah. Fellas, once you're finished tying up these goblins, perhaps we should check out the inn. I think I saw something moving over there.
Well, there might be, yeah, definitely. There may be survivors that we can find.
Were they horses?
Maybe.
Because I know where we
But-
can find some horses.
Maybe that's where the owl went.
He flies over to the horses. No.
Here, Garl, come over here.
I'm
Before we
gonna
call
walk.
a shot, be like, here, take this. This will take the edge off of your sneakiness and allow you to relax better when skulking through the shadows.
And
All right, I'm gonna put on my shield. I'm gonna walk up to the tavern. I'm gonna knock.
Garl's going to look at Nicodemus and see if he has his holy symbol shown.
He does.
Okay. He's gonna ask Nicodemus, "Can I see that?" Look at it, basically, not take it off your neck or nothing, but just lift it up.
Fair enough, but
and-
take this shot first.
Buddy,
It'll take the edge off and allow you to sneak around better.
shot. My religion is against alcohol.
Whoa.
Well, mine force, so it kind of cancels out now, doesn't it?
There's a plot twist, YouTube. There's a plot twist, YouTube.
And he's going to pick up your holy symbol in one hand, and he's underneath his tunic. He's going to pull out a whole slew of them that he has around his neck, and he's going to look at him. I think yours is a little nicer than the ones of mine. Yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and make one of those. And he'll lay it back on down, and he'll put his other holy symbols back underneath his tunic.
A man of many gods. Now take the damn shot.
It's against my religion.
But it's part of mine, so it equals out.
So with my shield still out, I want to walk up to the tavern and knock.
You're gonna knock?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's no answer.
Okay.
Get an answer.
As he knocks, Garl will take the shot because as he hears the knock, it's like oops, takes it quick.
Okay.
You now have advantage on stealth checks for the next hour.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And side note for Roland, the story behind Garl, how
Yeah, my computer read it as it came up in the chat. Yeah, and I'm gonna go back and read it again. But yeah, you
Just
could also share it and role playing at some point too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just I
it's
thought I better write it down before I forget.
Well,
oh,
All right. And as you do that, as you finally take the shot, I will turn around and be like, "Now let us check out the end." And as I walk off, my cloak billows out behind me.
yeah.
I tried knocking, but there's no answer.
But the door is ajar. The door is ajar.
All right. Well,
there's no lights. There's nothing. But when you do open the door,
does it open inwards or outwards?
It swings out. You
all
see,
right.
like it's
nice.
I
pull open then.
Nice double doors to a big 2-story building. You see, like I said, it's another wooden structure. Well built, well decorated, quite fancy. You open it up, you see like nice polished wooden floor, and you can see like a couple big fireplaces and some tables and stuff like that are kicked around, and there is some like mugs and stuff, as well as a smashed bed, a smashed dresser, and one of those big fucking rocks, because it looks like a hole was punched right through the roof and through the upstairs, through a bedroom, through a floor, and all that rubble and everything is like lying in the common room, along with a face down dead goblin with a crossbow bolt in its back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, whoever shot the goblin, fear no evil, for I, Nicodemus, is here. The party shall begin now. The goblins have all been taken care of.
So you got like this big common room. You got like, it looks like a doorway to the back and then a big gaping hole in the ceiling. Anyone gonna enter?
Yes, me.
Okay, you go in. Like I said, it's all dark.
And saying that, like, whoever shot the goblin, it's okay. I, Nicodemus, have arrived. Let the party begin, for the goblins have been vanquished.
After Nicodemus goes in, about a minute later, not literally, but that separation, Garl goes stealthing on in.
I just walk in.
Okay. Those that are going in, I want you to roll me, but let's do one by one because I'm going to need a lot of numbers, kind of.
Okay.
I want everyone to roll a perception with disadvantage, but I want to know both numbers.
Okay.
Claude,
disadvantage.
Claude isn't going to go inside. He's going to fly to the top of the building and just sit on it.
Okay, Cloud, you can see where there is like the fucking roof is just fucking punched in. Like there's a big fucking, like a 4-foot diameter hole punched in, and you can see down into, well, the darkness of the inside of the inn.
I got a 17 and a 19.
Okay. And Nicodemus?
I got a total of 13 and a total of 25. So 13 would be the disadvantage one. That's 5 to him. Yeah,
and Garl?
Garl got a 18 on the dice roll for the first, and on the disadvantage, he got a 4 on the second, so he has an 8. Perception, so it's 8.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your first number?
18.
Okay.
But
all three of you guys here, it sounds like some crockery gets smashed in the back. Like it sounds like something. You hear like a clunk smash in the back. And Nicodemus.
We mean you no harm.
Nicodemus and Farai. You guys, as you're kind of scanning around the room, you look into the big gaping hole in the ceiling where, like, This rock smashed through, and like this hole isn't just like 4 feet the size of the rock. This hole is like 15 feet across, right? Like exit wound, right?
Yeah.
There's like a smash bed and all the debris and a dead goblin down where you are. You look up, and you guys can see that the gaping hole looks like, because you guys rolled.
At least decent enough.
Oh wait, actually, I'm sorry. Only Far Eye rolled decent enough to see it.
Yeah.
So, but you guys all hear the smash of crockery, and then Far Eye, you see up in the gaping hole into like a demolished room. You could see from the angle you're at that there's like a little table that someone would sit and write at, that sitting on the floor under this table with like their knees pulled up to their chest is a blonde woman with like suntan skin and sun bleached hair in traveler's clothes, and she is clutching a crossbow in front of her, and she's just looking at all of you silently, hiding under this table.
I
And
kind of. Huh?
the rest of you, and all of you hear a smash of crockery in the back, in like where the kitchen would be. And up to the top of the roof, Cloud, I want you to roll me perception with disadvantage as well for darkness. Like, because it's dark, dim, light, or whatever. Because dark vision. But
That's going to be a 6.
you don't. Okay, you don't see her, but you can see. I'll say that you can actually see, like, through the gaping hole. You can see like Far Eye or Nicodemus looking back up at you through the gaping hole through the roof, and then the room
Can
and
I
everything
just
below you.
try and stealth? Just try to stay still and mold into the darkness.
You're on the roof outside. Sure.
18.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. There. So what do you guys say? Here, smash a crockery, and then Far Eye, you see a woman
Yeah.
up on the
I
floor above, hiding or under a table. Yeah.
I kind of look up at her. I've not got my warhammer. I've only got my shield out because I use my hand to open the door. But I say it's okay. We're here to. What's your name, miss?
She like kind of blinks, like once you like address her. She's like been seen.
It's okay.
And
We're here to help you.
The rest of you guys, you kind of see her after like Far Eye talks, and she like will get out from under the table and come and stand close to the edge. She's still clutching this crossbow in front of her, not like pointed. It's like across her body, right? Like in a safety position. And she like, you guys can see, she like looks down on you all. She's just wearing traveler's clothes. Quite, kind of a nice lady. She's like a human. I said bleach blonde hair and bleached tan skin, and she just looks all down at you guys and blinks, and you guys can kind of see like a trail of blood on her head. And
Who are you talking to, Far Eye? That's true. I'm going back to the crockery.
But at this point, when she steps out, I would say you all can see her because she comes out of hiding, right? So it's like dim light up there, but you can all see this woman step out. And she's like on the top floor.
Who's breaking your pots and pans?
What's your name, miss?
She looks at both of you guys. She looks at Nicodemus and she blinks and she says, I think there's more goblins, she says in a monotone voice.
No. And as I turn to go towards the breaking noise, my cloak billows out behind me. Don't worry.
And
We'll be partying soon enough.
Carl will go over to the boulder. He'll run his hand over it, look at it, and he'll say, "Quality stone."
Can you, why don't I start with my name then? My name is Farai. We came into town looking to help. We saw what was going on. We came in to help. So you can trust us. We're here to help you.
she kind of nods. She looks like she's like kind of tired, right? Like has a very tired look, and she just nods silently. And she says, "I don't know how many are out there."
Not enough to face Nicodemus. I holler back over my shoulder as I'm making my way towards the noise.
Nicodemus, you go around the bar and through the back, and you can see, like, when I said that you saw the door closing, it was actually this little side door to this kitchen area.
Uh-huh.
Right? Is the one you saw? And you guys came in through the main front door.
Yeah.
Wait.
That there is a she-goblin, and there is food stuff scattered all over the place. And she has this whole pantry tore up, and a big sack of it just stuffed with food. And it looks like you can see, like, there's still, like, bits of pottery are still, like, rocking on the floor. As you can see, like, she's emptied out something and is still licking her fingers from it, whether it was like molasses or honey, or she's probably been just sitting here eating, and while everyone was fighting you guys, she was just eating, waiting for the fight to end so she can make her break for it. But she's pigging out, just fucking pigging out.
Well, there, she-goblin. Are you going to pay for all that, or are you going to surrender to Nicodemus?
She's like backing up towards the door, but she hasn't stopped eating. Like, she's still putting things in her. In fact, she's filling her cheeks now because she thinks she might have to make a run for it.
I will advance on her menacingly.
Okay.
Hoping she'll bolt and just be done with it.
Pardon me?
Hoping she just bolts and be done with it. But hey, if we don't, I mean, I'm inclined to roll initiative and let's go for it, girl. Either one.
I say you just attack her.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Yeah, you just attack Nicodemus. No, we're gonna do Nicodemus first. Farai.
Okay, no problem.
19 total
Okay, you hit her.
for 4 points of damage.
Okay, you slice her. You guys hear like a whack and a scream, and she like will lunge at you, Nicodemus. But she's like just swinging like a fucking, I don't know, like a fucking wine bottle or something. And she just
Turkey leg,
misses
a
you.
giant turkey
Yeah,
leg.
yeah, exactly. She just grabs like a giant turkey leg and swings it, but you manage to duck. And she's like, let's put it this way: this goblin has probably never seen so much food. She is like ready to kill for it.
I know
You know, I
about
feel
the
bad, because, it's true, and, what do? She's just hungry. I mean, it's like...
But she is a filthy goblin. Come on now, be real.
Yeah, I know, but it's the same thing as, like, it's a filthy hobo. What's the difference? Hobos...
A hobo's a human being.
Goblins are hobos of the D&D world. That's, that's how we treat our homeless. That's how we treat our goblins.
No.
goblins have feelings too.
No, they don't. That's how ultimately the Dark Lord takes over, as people start
Not
thinking
that, not that one
bad.
that I dropped. He doesn't have any more feelings.
Exactly. So, just swing again, Michael. Take it out, quick.
All right. Killing her. That would be an 18 total. No, 17 total.
Oh,
this time,
yes, that hits again.
With Filthy Goblin for a minimum of 3 points of piercing damage.
That time, you kill her. And she just takes a couple more chews. Her corpse just bites a couple. Takes a couple more chews and died happy. Died happy.
Michael probably doesn't even shoot her. She probably just chokes on the food.
Okay, so that's what the sound was in the kitchen, Michael.
Right.
Is it was just that one?
Is there perchance a keg open or a wine bottle or?
Yes.
I will
Yes.
grab and pour myself a bottle. I mean, or grab a bottle of wine or pour myself a mug of beer or whatever, and walk out.
Okay, you walk out into the kitchen.
Or better yet, I will put several glasses on a tray of ale and then walk.
You may do that.
As my cloak billows out behind
Yes,
me.
you
There,
may
the
do
goblin is
that.
taken care of. Now it's time for celebration. Here, everybody take a mug.
Hang on.
You may do
can
that.
you
As
describe this to me again? Like, is the room that she's in like cut off from stairs or anything, so she can't get down? Or
no, I was just gonna say I wanted to finish what Michael was doing first in
All
the
right.
back room, the cutaway. But by the time he comes in, she has already said, "Oh," especially when she hears like that, like the scream of the goblin, right? Sounds like you guys hear like the sound of a goblin get killed, right?
Yeah.
And she just says, "I'll come down, or I'll come right down," and you see her walk away. She disappears out of view. And you hear that too, Cloud, from up top, because like I said, the roof is smashed right into this room. So you also see this woman down below and hear her. She doesn't notice you up top, but she says, "I'll come down," and she does. By the time Nicodemus comes down, you see her come out of a side exit, and she has the crossbow with her. It's not loaded, at least, and she just sets it down on a table as she walks by it. And she walks over and she kind of walks around all the junk, and she's just barefoot, and she like steps over some of the rubble and walks around the one goblin that with the laying on the floor face down with the crossbow bolt through it, and she just glances as she walks by, and she comes near and she raises a hand and she says, "Well met. I'm Kella."
Here, have a mug.
And she nods, grabs it with two hands and tips it back, and you see her like gulp thirstily.
How old is this girl?
Early 20s.
All right. It's nice to meet you, Kara.
She
And
chugs.
I also take a mug, even though I'm 16.
Are there
I
any more survivors?
3-minute break. Now we're gonna have a conversation with Kella. I have to go to the washroom and get a coffee. But you guys
That sounds good.
Sounds good.
yeah, 3-minute break.
3-minute break.
Oh, there's still a lot of goblins. I mean, not a lot of goblins, but like a lot of going on.
I don't think there are a lot of goblins left, because he said 3 hands, right? That's 15. We've killed our characters like 12, right?
There were 12. That lady, female goblin, now makes 13.
I'm thinking the windmill.
2 came out of the windmill, although there may still be more there. I'm thinking keep.
Well, 2 came
There's
out of the
probably-
tavern.
There can't be more than 3 or 4 left.
I'm highly suggesting we check out the keep simply to see if there's a breastplate up there or something, because I would like to get a breastplate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on top of buildings, and you guys can do the rest of the adventuring, just so I can keep a vantage point on my prisoners. Then I'm out of spells, so.
I have one.
Do you have
left.
a
Cure wounds?
do you have a crossbow?
No, I don't do that stuff. I took a
Oh.
swing. slinging some rocks, man.
Yeah, how can
Doing
you
this
play an
old-fashioned way.
Aarakocra and not have a bow? How can you not?
I'm,
You know,
I'm, I'm
hang
staying away
on.
from all the
I
metal
might
stuff.
I might have something for you. Nope, I do not have a ranged weapon on me either, but I've got Total Dead, so.
I was gonna take the staff and shillelagh, but then I went with primal instead.
Yeah, I think you chose a better a better cantrip than Shillelagh.
I think a primal Aarakocra just sounds really intimidating.
Doggy. This is awesome. Not running, playing. I've managed to make beer while playing. I've made dinner, and now I'm sitting on my backyard with my dog. This is awesome.
Yeah, Roland's doing a really good job too.
Mm-hmm.
I like his narrative style.
I don't know if I told you guys, but Farai's holy symbol is basically a stoppered bottle with a lightning bolt in it. It's literally lightning in a bottle.
You know, bottles have better uses, like holding wine.
Well, I kind of like the lightning in a bottle kind of thing. I like the idea, so I did it.
Claude hatched alone on a mountainside near an active volcano. Or at least that's what he tells everyone.
All right.
All right. Nicodemus, how's the wine?
It's not bad. I mean, it's been better since I consecrated to Bacchus.
I want to hear Garl and Cloud as well, just to make sure that things didn't go wonky.
Yep.
Okay, I hear you.
Say something, Charles.
Carl, why don't you tell us that story about the about where you got that wonderful stuff?
Or better yet, what's the wine like down in the Underdark?
Pretty good.
Charles is still muted, so he might have stepped away for a moment.
Yeah, he very well might have.
I take a swig of the wine.
Yeah, it's quite good. I mean, it's not the best, but it's good.
It's okay, it'll get you drunk.
Oh no, it's better than that. It's like Olive Garden good, right?
I don't think I've ever had wine at the Olive Garden.
No, I don't know. I'm just kind of making a joke. I have like this place caters to Waterdeep nobles, right?
Yeah.
This whole town. So.
Oh, does it?
Although it's like a walled log town with wooden buildings, it's not like a shit town. It's nice. Everything's like even here in the middle of this room where like the bed got smashed upstairs and came through and they're all smashed. You could tell just by looking at the headboard, the mattress that's all smashed. Wow, it's nice.
Hey,
real
Roland,
nice. Yo.
Would it made a difference if we came here during the day?
No. Why?
You arrive after the town's been destroyed.
Yeah, do you want to come like what, a week before the adventure begins or what? I don't understand.
No,
what do you
like,
mean?
like would the goblins have been doing something different if we showed up during the day? Like they very well could have been just partying and we could have walked into it, you know?
I mean, I assume goblins hunt by night, so I assume they sleep during the day.
Did Charles come back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she chugs this tankard and sets it down, and she straightens up one of the chairs off the ground, sits down, and she's like, I've been too afraid to come down to get something to drink or food.
Garland, go
Well,
ahead
there's
and stand
well,
on.
there's both back there if you want to head back and get them, or I could go and get it for you if you prefer.
She says, I can get it. I just need to. She says, now that I know things are okay, I suddenly feel very tired.
Well, I wouldn't go too far. We don't know how many goblins are left. We've got a fairly good idea, but we aren't into. We don't know for certain.
She you see her lift up her arm, and she feels under her sleeve, and you could see it move. And you guys catch a glimpse that she actually has
She's got armor.
no, she has a snake wrapped around her arm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And she
That's not-
reaches her hand, and it peeks its head out, and she reaches her hand and just strokes its head, like someone would a dog, right? And she says, as I said before our commercial break, I'm Kella.
Yeah.
She says,
And who's? I'm not sure what's your little friend's name.
I call him Tyson. I get low. She says, otherwise, he's my pet. It's lonely traveling all the time. Don't always have someone to talk to. And I came across him, and we got along, so he's kept me company these few days.
You're not from here then. Where are you from, Kella?
A few days.
Yeah, she nods at you. I don't remember if it's Zambia or where she's from. Don't make me look it up right now. I'll tell you later. It's irrelevant where she's from. She's a traveler, she says. I don't know. Let's say Zambia.
You said few days. Have the goblins had the run of this town for several
She
days
says, and you see her eyes kind of go distant, and she subconsciously touches the dried blood on her hair, and she says she kind of frowns. She goes, I don't know if it was 3 days ago, 4 days ago. She says, I was in my room working at my desk.
Now, we know that
Phil-
goblins didn't drop these rocks.
No. She says I was working at my desk, working on my journal. And she says, when I could feel the thumps in the ground and I realized people were screaming, she says, I looked out the window and she says, people were running and these rocks were falling. And she says, when one hit my room, and that's all I remember for a while. And she touches her head again. She says, and when I woke up, everyone was gone. And she says, but by the time I got my wits together, she says, there were goblins here. And I didn't, and I've been hiding from them since.
Were there hobgoblins with trebuchets and catapults? They are technologically advanced enough to be able to hurl such boulders.
No, she says. She shakes her head and she's like, no. They were coming straight down from the sky, like it was raining.
Rock rain.
I've never heard of such a thing. Garl will say, rock rain, even in the Underdark. I've never heard of that.
She says, and she points to the direction, and she says, the Nightstone was gone.
What's the Nightstone? Garl will say.
She's pointing towards the central park, or the central square, where there is now a pit, where she says, where the giant stone obelisk stood. She says, I noticed was gone.
Can you make a drawing of this so we can see what it's supposed to look like?
She says, maybe, but I'm not from here. She says, I took some notes, but...
You seen more of it than we did, right?
True.
If we're to try to help find this or find out why they took it, we need to know what it looks like. Maybe some of you learned folks that delve into these books so much might be able to research and find out more about it so we can be prepared.
She says, were you at the keep?
What keep?
We
have not made it there yet.
We were not at the keep. We just came into town earlier today.
I assume the people went to the keep. I don't know. I haven't left my room. She says, the goblins have been here and I've been hiding in my room. She says, I shot that one.
We're working our way in. We'll figure it out when we get to the keep, I'm sure. Go on.
Perhaps we should check the keep out then next.
Why don't you come with us when we go to the keep? That way you stay protected. Because my mighty arm chased off a dragon.
He did. It was very frightening.
Oh, yeah.
I missed a goblin like 5 times in a row because I was scared of the dragon swooping down.
You've got to tell us some more of your stories, Carl. They're fascinating.
They're not stories. They're tales of heroic adventure.
My apologies. So the way I see it,
That's a nice bird in the background.
The way I see it, we have a couple of options. We think most of the goblins are dead or in captivity by us right now.
Hey, Roland, can you hear me?
We have a guess that the rest of them might be at the mill. So we could go and take on the ones at the mill and then head into the center to go to the keep. Or we go to the keep now, see if we can find out what's going on, and then go to the windmill and deal with the rest of the goblins.
If there
Either
are
way, I
goblins
think,
at the windmill.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, would it be if it's going to be a waste of time to go to the mill then maybe it's better to go to the keep. That's our two options as I see it anyway.
Roland.
Can you, Roland? Can you hear Alexander?
No.
He's been trying to get through.
Oh, I've been wondering why he's been going on and off. No.
All right. You guys keep going. I'll just keep trying.
All right. See you in a minute, Alex.
If there's anything you'd like to say, we can say it.
I just wanted us to go get some horses.
He wants that. That's a good idea there.
Okay. What does he want?
Horses. Are there any horses in the stables here at the end?
The stables are not right adjacent to the courtyard. They're off a bit, kind of like closer to the wall, right? It's immense. It's big. There's like a big hayloft, but in the stables there are 10 horses, all alive, all fine, maybe a bit thirsty, a bit hungry, but none for the worse for wear. But there's 5 riding horses and 5 draft horses.
I called dibs. I'll be back.
He said, I called Dick. He'll be back. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Well, horses are expensive though. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horses, like, honestly, you could see, like, if you look around, you could see where in the hayloft, like, goblins had searched and in the tack room and stuff like that. But they left the horses alone.
So, one thing before we leave the inn, though. So you're saying, Kella, this is not your inn?
No, she says, one thing she says, she goes, I think I could eat now.
Well, follow me. And check her
You
back
guys-
to the pantry. And
Well,
I'm
you
going to
got-
look around to see if there's a strong box, like a safe, a money till or something, if the goblins hadn't already
That's
found it.
been,
It's been
Yeah.
robbed.
yeah.
Garl's saying,
You
got
bring-
a snake right there. We can roast him or it or she or he. They're good.
Goblins are good eating.
They taste like chicken.
Okay, I'm going to quickly jump out and see if that'll repair.
Okay.
All right.
Real quick, can you hear
I'll
me?
be right back.
It's too late
You
now.
can-
Have to know.
He's dropped out, so we'll see if it works when he gets back in.
Yeah, but the rest of you can hear me, right?
What
I
is
hear you.
what is with hangouts at the moment?
No, it was my fault. I accidentally hung up, and then I couldn't hear him anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, good so far anyway.
Charles, say something.
All right, something.
Something indeed.
Something. That's a quality boulder that lays upon that bed.
That's a mighty damn good boulder.
That's a lot of horses.
I like that boulder. That is a
I'm
nice
actually hoping
boulder.
that there's nobody at the keep and we just like get pick of, hey, here we go, horses, wagon, we're set.
We could fix up this town. Run the town now.
That's a
That might
lot
be
of money.
something. You know what? I have an idea. Let's go pull up the drawbridge we came on before we do anything else.
Not a bad idea.
All right, go ahead then.
Here, I'll sit you. We'll get some of the horses if need be. Two of the draft horses. I'm assuming it's a heavy duty, not something that people are.
Yeah.
Get a couple draft horses.
Get
raise
some
up
of them, tie them to the wagon, tie the people to the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
Roland, can you
Okay,
hear me?
Alex, talk quick.
Can you hear me?
He
No.
said, "Can't hear me."
I'll
No,
drop
I
in,
can't.
drop out for him. We'll see if
I
that
don't
works.
know why it's disliking you
Can
today
you-
for me.
Can you still hear all of us then?
Yeah, well, I hear you two. I haven't heard Charles yet.
Well, I was just being.
Oh, there you are.
I'm
Yeah,
letting
there you are.
people
I hear the
talk.
three. I hear the 3 of you.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Say it like you mean it.
I tried only voice this time. Can you hear me?
He tried only voice this time. Can you hear him? Obviously not.
No.
Yeah. I'll just switch back to the computer. Just go ahead and keep going. It's not a problem.
He's switching to computer. He did mention the idea of wanting to raise the drawbridge to the town itself. And so I was like, okay, Nicodemus will help you, and we'll go up to the barn and grab like 2 draft horses. I'm assuming because the bridge will require like horse, like.
Do you know what?
human.
Do you know what? Remember I said that like the wall consists that there's like 7 towers?
Yeah.
With the wall in between. 2 towers essentially make the gatehouses. The chains run right up to those towers.
Yeah.
If you inspect those towers, there are wheels in there. If you get one guy in there, or one guy in each tower, it's simple. You
Oh,
just
okay.
Yep. If you guys
Alright.
go, you each go to one tower. It takes you 3 rounds to put the drawbridge up.
How noisy is it?
Oh, okay. We will do that, and it'll take us longer than 3 rounds to figure it out, but we will do such.
As you guys are
Me and
like
Claude will do that.
checking
We'll
on the
have a quick talk in a
horses, closing the drawbridge, feeding Kella. You guys can all take the benefit of a short rest.
Okay.
You guys can
Do
look
choirs
around.
recover? Do choirs recover spells in a short rest?
They do
They
not.
do not.
Okay, good to know.
They get their channel divinity.
Haven't used that. I don't have that yet. I don't think.
Nope.
I
No.
think that's level 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can spend a hit die.
Hit die and channel divinity. It's all clerics get on short.
There,
Well, I'm at full. I'm currently at full hit points, so I'm good.
there does like like I said, you guys like go close the drawbridge. The druid goes to go check on the horses.
I put my foot. I put my foot.
Okay. Farai plays a flute. And Kella explains has something to eat and stuff, and drink water and some ale, and explains that like
water.
she explains that she says
I got a 14 on my foot point, by the way.
You're decent. You're not in the right
Yeah.
home boat.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
You should play at funerals. And she says I'm a scholar. She says I'm a traveling monk. She says, and I traveling from Daggerdale to Waterdeep, and I stopped here. And she says when it all happened, and she says like I was too afraid to leave my room while the goblins were around, and she says it's nice to see some friendly people here, and you guys look around the town a bit, and after like the short rest and all that stuff, town's pretty damn quiet. Seems like you got them all. So I think that was like 14 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was around about 14.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity,
while
searching around town, just like looking, especially the keep, I want to check out the armory. Do I find a breastplate?
Okay. You want to go to the keep? A lot of the buildings have taken damage. I want to check what it says about the lion shield. Because
real quick, can you hear me?
Could you hear
All right, how about on this one?
Alex?
Man, I got it open twice and you can't hear me. Oh well.
Can you hear I'm showing?
no, I can't.
Yeah, no, it's not
I
a big
don't
deal. Just let it
know
be.
why.
So he just tried both his phone and his laptop.
What?
He tried both his phone and his laptop.
Another worked. It's cool. I guess.
How about
I'm
if
not
I
worried
try
about
my
it.
phone?
Nah, it should be fine.
Because
not
we're getting close.
Everything.
We're very close here to like calling it for the day, anyways. So let me try my phone quickly.
Yeah.
Because in this way, Well, I'll just try before I explain.
It's YouTube's fault. It's not anybody else's fault.
Sorry, YouTube. No offense.
Get a copyright
Ruining
strike
us,
for that.
YouTube. I mean, what are we going to do? It's going to get to the point where it's unusable.
We're waiting for Disney to make their own YouTube, and then we're gonna go over there.
Yeah. Disney YouTube.
Disney Tube.
Well, that's why I took the direction I did.
Okay,
Hi, Roland.
Hey, Roland.
there. Yeah, see, I hear every now if I'm on my phone.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
hold on.
Thank you, Roland.
Hold on. I'm changing my headset. I'm plugging in my headset. Headset. Here's my headset. Okay, there. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Okay. Michael, as you're thinking, I'm going to go check out the keep. You go to the keep, like I said, it's kind of, there's a bridge connecting the village island to the keep island, and the keep island, they called it a moat. They describe it as a tall, cone-shaped man-made hill made of shale rock. They just piled shale until it was a giant cone, built a keep on top of it. Built a wooden bridge. The bridge is angled because the village is low, the keep is high. And you can see about midway where a 15-foot section of the bridge has been smashed out.
Well, here's the good news. We can starve them out. Here's the bad news. We can't get them out.
15 feet. D&D rules will give you a reminder. If your strength is 15, you can jump it.
My strength is 12.
Or you can roll.
Or you can swim. Or walk.
you can fly.
Can you carry me, Quad?
I can carry Gnarl with your plate metal wearing ass.
See, I got a lift.
All right, well.
I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling quite safe right here.
Does anyone want to try to jump across?
Before we do that, can we repurpose a building into a jail for all of my people?
Let my people go.
Do you know what?
Can we find
anything
some?
like that? Honest to God, that's what the keep would have been used for, right?
Okay.
I
will fly
Michael,
across.
Are you there, Nicodemus?
He's
Don't say I can't hear you.
No, he's double muted.
He's muted. But can we find anything we can use to kind of bridge this gap? Or is it too big?
Gnarl will run and jump it.
You got a strength of 15?
No.
What is it? You can't roll? Let's roll.
I'm gonna ready Thorn Whip if he doesn't make it.
Let's see here. What's my... where is it? Okay. That will be all... Oh, shoot. I can't use acrobatics, so I'm sucking there. All right. That's all of a 12.
Use that inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's the ticket. Oh, I like that. That's a 16. That's a lot better than the 12. But there goes that inspiration.
What'd you roll?
16 after I re-rolled using my inspiration.
Okay. When you jump, the 16 allows you to get the distance, but because it's sloped, you're jumping from a lower end to a higher end. I want you to make me a strength athletics for.
Okay, can I use my acrobatics to roll?
Unfortunately,
No.
not.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Come on, I need a big number there. That hell no. I got myself a 5.
Okay. The first roll was to make the distance. You made the distance, but that roll was trying to like make a nice landing. You land basically on your, like with your ribs slamming the edge of the gap,
Okay.
and you take. Please roll me a D4 of bludgeoning damage of just getting the wind knocked out of you, slamming down to the ground right on the edge, and you pull yourself up.
4 points.
Yeah, you take 4 bludgeoning from just slamming on the edge.
Alrighty. That about kills me.
It hurt.
Yes, it did. It hurt, but that's all right.
Yeah.
See, I made it across there where that tall, horny thing was afraid to.
I might have killed you with my thorn whip on accident. Now that I think about it,
Anyone else want to try to gap?
I will.
Well, you can
No.
fly, you smart aleck.
I'm gonna need to fly because I only rolled a 2.
Okay, so you just jump off and start flapping your wings and fly over.
Uh,
Okay, I
no
won't make you roll
wanting-
the. Okay, what's that, Ryan?
not wanting to be outdone by the short one. I'm going to take a running jump at the gap.
Do you have a strength of 15?
I have a strength of 12.
Okay, then you're going to need to roll strength athletics to make the jump to complete the distance.
I'm going
Yeah.
to ready thorn whip in case he falls short.
Okay.
At least it'll only wrap around the chainmail. Shouldn't rip the hide off them.
I roll a natural 20.
Okay, you clear the distance. I want you to roll for the landing, and I'll give you advantage because you rolled a 20. Just because I
Okay.
want to.
That
Another
is
strength, yeah.
a 19.
And you land on the higher section safely.
And I reach down to help pull Carl up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's already been dusted himself off and pulls a big splinter out of his abdomen where the big wooden beams of this bridge were smashed by boulders. It looks like the keep. Now that you're on this side, you get a because it's still dark. You get a look at the keep. Keep looks really like it really took a beating. Like as damaged as the village is, the keep really got hammered. Like it looks like the bridge was purposely severed.
Well, that's
Nicodemus,
not ominous.
you want to try to go across?
I guess he's still away.
Garl
Yes,
will.
could somebody throw a rope though?
I will fly midway through the gap and extend my hand so you can jump onto me and I will help you swing. Give you advantage on that.
Are you gonna try to go across, Nicodemus? Then
While that's going on, Garl will look for tracks and signs.
Nicodemus,
Did Cal come with us, by the way, or did she just stay back at the tavern?
She would probably just stay back at the tavern.
All
I
right.
give her she has a crossbow pointed at all the prisoners.
You want her to go watch the prisoners?
Maybe. I don't know. Now I'm nervous.
I don't know. That's it. She would.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, we
she's-
can't take the prisoner with
well,
us.
she's not. Yeah.
Garl
Like
got
if you say that you got some goblins captured, she probably would go keep an eye on them because she's been under siege of them for a few days. So
Yeah, I let her know, and I tell him that they're strictly to be brought to justice and not murdered in cold blood.
Yeah,
mhm.
agreed.
Okay.
Garl got a 22 for his survival check, looking for tracks, signs.
Like on the wooden bridge.
Up off the wooden bridge. Yeah,
The
that
wooden
co-
bridge literally leads up to like the gates
Okay.
of the keep. I just want to know, is Nicodemus going across too? How are you?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. Will somebody please throw me a rope though?
A rope.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be easy enough with a flying creature. So you can make your rolls all with advantage.
Okie dokie doggy dog. What I know, I get athletics. What else?
Yeah, strength athletics to make the jump to clear the distance.
Sorry.
With advantage,
With
don't forget you have
advantage?
inspiration.
That will be 18.
You make it the distance. Roll again to make the landing, jumping atop the higher.
Would that be with
To the higher
advantage as
level?
well?
Yeah.
Athletic.
Yeah, because they're kind of.
That's a 10.
You make it.
Hey!
It's shaky, but you do land on the edge instead of slamming into the edge of the bridge. As you guys are all on the other side, you guys can see like a little bit closer to the gate of the keep itself is like Garl looking around and inspecting for traffic. And Garl, you can see that there is foot traffic, but nothing unusual, just boots. And you can see like the gate is slightly ajar, enough for a person to slip in sideways. And once you kind of appear into the gate, you can see that like coming from the keep across the bailey, like across the courtyard of the inner keep, which is demolished, right? Like there's like barracks where soldiers would stay. Those are flattened, and you could smell the stink of death.
Okay.
Walls of the keep are smashed, like the walls around it. Parts of the keep itself have been smashed with like, if you look up into the night sky, the silhouette against the night sky, you can see where like parts of the cone roofs have been smashed. Like it got hammered. There's big rocks in the courtyard. There's like a dead horse in the courtyard. Like
Not the horse.
and coming towards you is a couple of guards in chainmail with halberds and helms and tabards, and the tabards have like a rose and a fox, and you recognize them as official guards to the Nander family, the people who are like, like basically the leaders of this town.
Okay.
The Nander family, Lady Villa Rosa Nander and her late husband are the ones who pretty much, their family has like had like investment in this area for centuries. But yeah, so you can
So
see that
that-
there's guards
So,
approaching, and they hail you guys.
so that's the same seal, look of seal that I saw on the documents when we first found the wagon, right?
No,
No, it was that was a different seal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure the wagon was just
Yeah.
a random encounter.
Yeah, but
The wagon was a random encounter, but I made it fit with the fact that they're escaping giant attacks in the Grey Vale. That's
okay.
that's they left because of and I said hill giant. I actually meant to say stone giant.
Oh,
Right.
Stone giant attacks in the Grey Vale is what those
Okay.
refugees were escaping at the very beginning.
well, hail and well met, guards. Let me introduce myself. I am Nicodemus. This is Claude. This is Sparsai and Garl. We have just liberated the rest of your village from these goblin occupants.
And they
Let us
say,
all
and they
gather
say,
together and hoist a mug of ale in victory.
and they hail you, and they say, "Well met," and we'll call it there for till next week.
All right.
Huzzah.
You guys are at the keep, and next week, don't take a rest, but you guys will be second level.
Okay.
All right.
Well, see you next time, YouTube.
When you say don't take a rest, do
Yeah.
you mean that
Like no long rest. You can
Point?
take your short rest, but take your level.
Okay, we will get the benefits of a level.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you like me to hit end record?
Yes. Bye, YouTube.